There we
This is
go.
crazy.
Hey, one moment. Fudge Sickles. Hi, tubers. I love you all. So sorry. My apologies. We're talking to a blagger, it sounds like. Are you black? Sir, are you black?
Yeah,
You are?
black.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
My
I'm from
apologies,
Brooklyn.
tubers. I guess because I set up the new multi stream thing, so I have to hit an extra button. So I do apologize to y'all. My bad. My bad. Next time, just blow my phone up. Call me. It will be okay. I'm okay with a phone call for matters like this. Sorry about that, guys. All right, let's go ahead and continue. I'm so sorry. What? I'm sorry. Demonstrate again what it is that you don't
You
know.
you 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 can't pull that up. See,
I'm
it's
sorry. Pull what up? You
always
said
on
something
Trump.
about teachers teaching
Speak.
something.
Yeah,
What is it that
yes,
they're
yeah.
teaching?
No, they teaching the kids like they protest. Two of them died. Two kids because they were supposed to be in school, and the teacher decides to go out, take the kids on a protest, and they ended up dying. I think he got hit by a car. You understand? Then there's one in New York where she says it.
I'm so
She's
sorry. What does
recording.
that have to do with Donald Trump and his racism?
Well, come on. What does it
I
have to
want you to
do?
focus. Can you lock in?
All
Why do
right,
you
let's
all
go
have
card.
the inability to
Can we
like
go card for
focus?
card?
Is
We
it
could go card for
undiagnosed
card.
ADHD? I can refer you to my doctor.
We could go card
The
for
fuck?
card. You see how they run from
Card for
all the
card? What
things?
are we going card for
Yeah,
card for? All right.
card for
Like
card. You
what?
could bring up anything about Trump, and I'll bring up things about Democrats. That's facts. You could look it up. But you don't want to talk about that.
I'm so
You just want to talk
what?
about Trump racing. Y'all don't have nothing going on for yourselves, for your party. All y'all do is rely on Trump to f up, and then y'all talk. That's it.
Hey yo, I
Y'all
have a
not doing
question.
nothing,
Do your ankles
nothing for
hurt?
your party,
Do
nothing.
your ankles hurt? Do your ankles hurt?
Come on, man. Y'all not doing. Name me one thing y'all doing for your party or Democrat Party. Nothing.
Yeah,
There's nothing y'all doing.
fighting against ICE. Trying
Fighting
to
against
ensure that
ICE.
people can continue to exercise their First Amendment. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and people is going out there getting a. I love when they protest because one, it does nothing. To name me a protest that it does something. So you're going out in the cold. Not
You want me to name
everybody.
your protest that
Oh,
does
that'll
something?
get
Name
you real.
the march. The march on Selma. All right, what are we doing? What, are you serious? The
Come on,
Boston
man.
Tea
It does
Party. The Boston Tea Party.
does
Okay.
nothing.
Those are nothing. The Boston Tea Party is
I,
nothing.
I, I love it when y'all go protest because it's more arrests every day, more arrests every. You didn't hear what happened today? How they
Hey, Itchy, we got a dumb nigga here. I said it. It's a dumb one. I don't give a fuck no more. If other people can say dumbass, I'm gonna say dumb. We got a dumb one here. He's not smart.
You,
Not smart at
you
all.
know how bad you have to be doing for her to call you a dumb nigga?
The fuck.
Like I've never heard it. Like you have to be really doing really bad.
What are we doing here? Like the fuck are we doing? I bruh. I need you to lock in and I need you to focus on the conversation in which we are having. You just said out of your mouth to name you a protest that has worked. I tell you the March on Selma and the Boston Tea Party, and you said that the Boston Tea Party was nothing. I would ask you why would you respond in like that? Like why would you say something like that? However, I know we won't actually get an answer.
notice you can't talk about nothing that I mentioned.
You mentioned
The
protest.
teacher
We're
in
talking about
school.
protest.
You can't
Am I
mention
supposed to
nothing.
take your word for that this happened in New York?
Oh,
What proof do you have?
oh man. Type. You have a computer right in front of you. Type it up. New York. It was a school in Harlem, New York.
A school in Harlem, New York, and what happened?
And the teacher or teaching the kids to protest. They protested, holding they like, oh, enough is enough. They taught the kids to say that. And then they recorded it. And the kids are not gonna know how to say that. It was like, oh, enough and enough. They taking away from our families. They taught the kids to say that, man. Come on, man. It's all over social media.
Ishi, you got
You
it. I'll
never
look
seen
this
these
up.
things? Yo, you on TikTok right now.
What am I
You never flip
saying?
through the
You
videos
said a whole
and
bunch
see
of
people
words and
showing the
nothing at
videos on
all at the
TikTok?
same time. That's all
What's
them
Wow.
happening
words. You
here?
got words.
This
Wow.
is How old were the kids, by the way?
They were like 7, 8 years old.
7 or 8 years old, and the teacher
First,
was teaching them that enough is enough. Is what she
yes.
said. In what context?
Oh man, you can't just type in like teacher in New York City teaching the kids like about politics or the protests or something like that, and it's gonna pop up. It's gonna
I
pop
know
up.
there are
You see
classes
me in
where they
social
teach
studies.
children about politics, right?
It's called social
Yeah,
studies.
first of all, this is crazy. The kids don't know nothing about politics. They're not even mature enough to understand what's going on.
What the fuck is
Hold
happening?
on one moment, Bubba. Do you know what a protest is? Okay, all right. Do you have the right to protest? Okay, I just asked a 12-year-old. The fuck are
In
we doing?
school,
The fuck
in
are we doing?
school,
Like,
in
it's called
school.
social studies, stupid.
School,
I'm sorry,
so
I don't mean to call you. That's an ad hominem
yo,
because I do
come
think that you're
on,
stupid for trying
man.
to present this argument.
Oh
So that
my
was an ad
God.
hominem. My apologies,
Oh
but you're
my,
stupid.
come on, man. This is called social studies.
Do you remember in school
Yo,
when
this
we
is
picked our
crazy.
student council? Do you remember that in school when we picked our student council? Student president, class, VP.
Right,
You,
class
you don't remember?
treasurer.
Maybe, perhaps.
Yes, no, maybe so, my guy.
Did you ever get the World Safety Patrol badge?
I did. That shit was fun. I was a
You, you,
patrol
you
person, and
did.
I got to do like the
You
shit at the
never got the
buses and
World Safety
stuff. That shit
Patrol
was
badge,
fun.
did you?
Be
I never
safety
had to
patrol was
hold no
fun.
sign in school talking about
He,
politics.
he never got to be a
Him not
safety
smart.
patrol.
Yeah, him not smart. This is sad. I'm so sorry. This is so sad. Itchy, I know we can do better. Cause ain't no way, bruh. Ain't no way.
Yeah.
Ain't no way. I
That
refuse.
that means you're
Hi,
okay with your
Sarge.
son.
It's okay, love. One moment. Hi,
Look,
Sarge. Are
count
you
the
a Trump
people on the
supporter?
board. That's it.
21 people. We don't have no
No, how
bad
many?
voters.
I was not about to listen to that conversation. Not today, I wasn't. Let's see here. Let's see. Trump supporters are
Hey,
hiding. Hi, Kay. Are you a Trump supporter?
no, I am not. I just
Okay,
wanted
love.
to come and say I agree with everything you're saying. I want
I
to speak.
appreciate you so very much, love. Thank you, thank you so very much. I really do actually do not like doing that, guys. So please respect my boundaries so I don't have to. I really do not enjoy doing that at all. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter. You are the demographic of people I like to speak with. Shout out to Hector. All right. So let's see here. What is happening? This is crazy work. John, are you a Trump supporter?
My bad.
Okay, no worries. I'll let you down. All right, all right. Oh God. Do you remember the student body government links? Do you remember that at school? Huh? You can come off of mute and answer. Do you remember the student body government?
My bad, I didn't even know
It's okay.
I was on mute. Nah, I don't remember.
Okay. Oh, I figured out the echo. There we go. I remember where the echo came from. Okay. All right. So you don't remember where. Okay. So you never saw anyone like, fundraising or putting up signs to be like the school treasurer or to be like the class president. None of that stuff.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
Uh,
something like
um,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't teach about no politics, man.
That's
Come
a
on, man.
damn lie.
Maybe, perhaps.
How you can't find that video? Come on, man. That is crazy.
Yeah, I didn't
You
find
can't
it.
find that video.
You get it for us. Go ahead. You can get
I'm
it
not
for us.
I'm not in front of no computer to pull it up.
No, go ahead. Go get the video for
I,
us.
I even seen the video originally on TikTok first. And then
It's
yes,
just
I know
boring.
you're gonna say some videos is fake AI, but this one is real because I pulled it up. It's real. I'm surprised you don't go through videos on here
This
because
is stupid.
that's why I
Itchy, do
downloaded.
something. Help me, please.
I don't know
Wait,
what you
I got
want.
a, I got a sound for this, Itchy. This nigga is stupid. Like, Itchy, come on,
He
man.
didn't know what he didn't know
Help
what he
me.
didn't know what student
Help
council
me.
was. He wasn't a
Nigga.
safety patrol, so it just
Then
leads me to believe that he stayed in the same classroom all day.
then Trump never said that specifically. He did it in a slick way. He didn't lie. He said he was going to deport the criminals. He never used the word only. You understand? He would never use the word only because then he's he's like going against the law because how he's only going to keep the people that's here illegally, even though they didn't do nothing. You understand? If he would have came out and said, "I'm deporting everybody illegally," he knew that a lot of people are gonna be like, "Oh, damn, I'm here illegally." You know,
He's
even though I never
armed
committed a
he
crime, I'm gonna get
got a
deported too.
certificate
So you know what?
of
I'm gonna
attendance.
vote against
Now,
Donald
BG
Trump.
stayed in the
Vote.
same
So
classroom all
he
day.
did it
He signed
slick.
Hey
a
yo,
Like
hey yo, you
slick.
know what?
certificate of attendance.
Hey yo, Links. Do you know a Dominican? He go by the name of BGB. He a rapper.
Nah, I
You don't
don't
know
listen to
him?
rap.
Oh, I thought you
I
two would
don't
have been like at the same school, same class type shit.
nah.
Oh, okay.
I listen to reggae, Jamaican music.
Okay. All right. Like you got like your head so far up white supremacist ass, you make Uncle Ruckus look like Malcolm X. I saw that in the comments. Shout out to you who said that. Whoever said that, say me. You make Uncle Ruckus look like Malcolm X. Malcolm X. I don't think you'll be.
Yo, no lie, every day I see a legal immigrant car accident, either a car accident and killed American citizen. They were drunk, or they got raped or assaulted every day. But you only want them gone and keep all the rest here.
I ain't gonna
Hell
hold
no.
you. I ain't heard none of that. Itchy, you got it if you want it.
I
This is so much fun. Itchy, you gotta lean
like
into the bullshit though sometimes, friend. You gotta be like, okay, all right, tell me more. Okay, so I'm gonna try to pretend that what you're saying makes sense, okay? All right. So if Donald Trump, right? Okay, so
Yeah.
if I'm sorry, Miss Girl, do you know that you're up here?
Yeah, my bad. I muted it.
Okay, all right. Are you a Trump supporter?
Nah, I just wanted to talk shit on this Uncle Ruckus ass motherfucker.
Okay, all right, baby. Okay. All right, only request up if you are a Trump supporter. Only request up if you are a Trump supporter, please. Respect boundaries. I don't like dropping people like that, so don't make me have to do it. Just only request up if you are a Trump supporter. Hi, Vera. Are you a Trump supporter?
Didn't mean it. Didn't mean it.
Okay, Miss Vera. I'll drop you down. You have a great night, love. All right, and you
Damn, you
got to
say
be
it
smarter
so
than a
much.
sixth
You,
grader.
you said it so much times, and these people are still requesting after you said it so much times that you have
It's
to be a
likely just
Trump
an
supporter.
accident. That's okay. It's just likely. What is this here? I missed something over on
and
the
you also
tube.
have to remember that this is like a revolving door, people coming in and out.
Exactly. Hey guys, I never had this happen before. Thank you so very much to Cali Boy over on the tube for all of the jewels. Thank you. It was happy poop, and you know what? I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you. I think that's a good thing. Thank you very much, guys. Drop some hearts in the chat for Cali Boy. Thank you, Cali boy. I appreciate you. All right, guys. If you would like to support me, support the stream, the links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name. PayPal and Venmo. I also have a Zelle, everything with Erica9@gmail.com. All right. And additionally, if you are over on the tube, you can be like Cali boy and send some jewels, or you can send the super chat. And please remember, everything is appreciated and accepted over here. I thank you all so very much. Again, that's everything with Erica on PayPal and Venmo. And if you're over the tube, you can send a super chat. Thank you. And take care of Mr. Itchy while he's here. It's Saturday night and he up late, y'all. All right, you know I like him old. I was not supposed to say that out loud. God damn it. All right. Anywho, take care of Itchy while he's here, guys. Make sure y'all take care of him. There we go. Okay. All right. Keep doing all the good things. Let's go ahead and knock out these roses and let's get the likes up to 200,000 likes, y'all. Hold on one moment,
yeah, I
ladies.
just wanted to say quick fast. Y'all don't gotta send me no gifts. I'm not on here for no gifts. I don't go live at all. Yeah, I don't go live at all. So
Was
you
somebody
don't gotta
sending you
send me
gifts?
Somebody planned on sending
You ready?
Was somebody sending you gifts?
No, I got what? I see 8.
You are
I don't,
rolling and you are rolling in the dough, buddy. Like, whoa, wow. Chase, are you a Trump supporter?
Yes, and I've also made Dean
Okay.
Withers and Parker
right.
run away from me.
Ooh, oh, shiver me
Yeah, so you ready?
timbers. Okay. Okay,
Yeah, you
I want
better
to let you
have
know
respect
something. I
for
want you to
my name.
hey.
Okay, sorry.
Hey, I'm not doing manic white boys
sorry.
tonight. Calm down.
I'm sorry. Well, that's racist.
Like, no, it's not. I'm not doing that shit tonight. Calm down. All right. For
What do you
TikTok
mean?
purposes, how old are you?
I'm 18.
Okay. All right. So that means that you didn't vote for Trump. Okay, but
No,
you do
but I will.
support him.
But I will. And I hope for third terms.
Sure, Jan. Okay, so with that being said, I do want to let you know something, all right? You're 18 years old. I'm almost 60. I do not argue with children because I don't even argue with mine. Okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to be able to behave yourself. If
Okay,
you
but one more white joke.
moment,
One more white joke, I'm gonna sue you.
I don't want to have to put a leash on you. Stop it. All right? If you can't behave yourself, what is going to happen is you can leave and you can post to your Discord with the 3 members and tell them that you won, okay? And then you get to come back when you learn how to behave yourself. Do you understand that, Chase?
Yes.
Do we have an agreement, Chase?
Yes. Can you please stop talking to me like I'm a dog?
I'm just making sure I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you like your mom should have talked to you. There's that.
Now you gotta bring up my mother.
Yeah, like your mom should have talked to you. So, anywho, Chase, why are you still supporting Trump?
Because he's my president, and I wake up every single day hoping the best for my country because I love my country, because I am a true American.
Is there a policy?
Oh yeah,
give us something to work with.
I mean, I don't like that there's illegal immigrants coming in my country every day.
You don't like that there's I thought Donald Trump closed the border. Which one is it? Is the border closed?
He did, but the Biden administration opened it wide open.
The who administration?
The Biden
administration, they left it wide open. Okay. Yeah. You do understand that the border was never closed, right?
Yes, it was.
No. The only time that the border has ever been closed is due to the C-19 pandemic under Title 42, and even then, it wasn't necessarily closed. They were just denying people.
There was a Kamala Harris also went down there and was making videos about how she was closing and opening it. You think that's a really good person?
Sure. Where'd you see those videos at?
I saw them on TikTok, the coolest app of all time. You just look it up.
I wonder why we always have to look up stuff and you guys can never just prove it.
Because I'm the guest.
Where'd you see it? Where'd you see it at? You said TikTok.
Yeah,
TikTok has billions of videos.
That's not my fault.
Where did she say that she was closing and opening the border?
No, there was videos of her at the border. There was videos of her at the border, opening and closing a gate and laughing and joking about it.
Her opening, and that's not what you just said. You literally said that she was at the border saying that she was opening and closing it. That's what you just said.
And there was videos of it.
That's not the same thing that you just said the second time. You do get that, right? Are you well?
Yes, I am well. Are you well? See,
maybe not. I choose to do this for a living.
Be quiet. You're the one that was making white jokes.
I'm so sorry. I'm gonna need you to calm down. Okay. All right. I understand that you are 18 years old. You're a child. I get it.
I'm not a child, first of all.
I know that the government tells you that you're an adult, but you're a child.
I am an adult. I'm allowed to do what I want.
What we're gonna do is your frontal lobe isn't developed, dear. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I already told you how old I am.
No, you didn't.
You have one more time.
Yeah, she did. She did.
So when's your brain fully developed?
She's old enough to be your mom, bro.
Why don't you know that?
I do know it. I'm asking you.
Why are you asking me?
Because I don't think you know.
That doesn't have the connected frontal lobe.
Oh, you think so?
I know so.
You don't know anything.
Okay, if you say so. You haven't said anything of substance or of smart since you came up here.
You're mad.
You're 18 years old.
Our president for no reason.
You're 18 years old, and you're supporting a man who was found civilly liable for sexually abusing a woman. You're supporting a man who has been convicted of 34 different counts now. So 34 counts of falsifying business records. You're supporting a liar. You're supporting a man who does not respect the Constitution of the United States of America. I would ask you if you respect the Constitution, but again, you're 18, you likely don't. Also, you're voting for a man who enriched himself to the tune of $1.4 billion as president of the United States of America in the first year of his second term. You're supporting a man, right, who is responsible for 1.1 million jobs being lost in 2025. That's who you're supporting. You're supporting a man who said that he was going to end the war in Ukraine and also end the war in Gaza, yet both wars continue on. You're supporting the man who also said that he was going to decrease grocery prices, so lower the prices of food for us. Yet we can see that grocery prices are up 3.1%.
Gas is down by like 20 something cents.
Yeah, but you're paying more at the grocery store. So there's that.
That is not true.
That is very much so true.
So why
need to look it up? At home cost, at home food has gone up by, I believe, 2.4%. year over year. So from 25 to 26. All right. And overall grocery prices have gone up by 3.1%. So there's that. And you can look at the Bureau of Labor Statistics for that information.
I can say something quick, fast.
Yes, Mr. Link, what is it?
I just wanted to say you're supporting a party that Epstein got convicted in 2008, and they are text messaging proof. This is not no rumor that the Democrat, more than one person from the Democrat Party was still engaging with Epstein, texting him, phone calls. There's
Lock
proof
him
of
up.
that.
Okay, lock him up. Can you say the same about Trump? How many times is Trump listed in the Epstein file?
But Hunter,
zero.
Donald Trump is listed 0 times in the Epstein files?
0 times.
Yes, 0 times.
Chase, this is who you want to be like when you get older?
0.
I mean,
this is who you want to be like when you get older.
I mean, yeah. I mean, as you
really?
look at, you're not even looking at my profile picture, obviously. It's literally Dean with charges of himself. So nobody's perfect.
What the fuck do you want me to do with that?
I mean,
you're just showing that you're obsessed. You're obsessed with Dean.
You're talking about Trump and his charges.
You're
Let's talk about
literally
Dean and his
obsessed
charges.
with Dean.
Let's talk about Dean and his charges.
You're obsessed with another kid. Like, are you okay?
I'm not obsessed with Dean. Dean's obsessed with me.
You are obsessed.
No, Dean's obsessed with me.
That's weird. Do you want to go over to his platform? Do you want to write him a Dear John letter, or do you want to, like, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, are you trying to take him on a date or something?
And it honestly scares me
because
I'm scared. I am absolutely terrified.
It sounds more like he wants to give him a retro.
Hold on, for real, because I am absolutely terrified when Dean becomes 30.
Is that not what it sounds like to you, Erica?
It definitely sounds like that to me.
It sounds more like he wants to give him a retro, right?
Exactly.
All these people in the chat, they reading fake news. I seen that on whatchamacallit, Facebook. Trump is in the files. They read.
You are in the middle of a stupid sandwich.
I am absolutely
Ultra
terrified for Dean to
Trumpedarian
become 35
sandwich.
years old so he runs for president.
It,
That
it,
absolutely
al-
scares me.
it already came in the news already that
Jesus
he's not in the
Christ.
Epstein files. It came on the news. That's a
What
I
they
don't call
read
it
in the
chaos hour for nothing. Y'all are
what
they read
stupid.
in
news
the
is he
Facebook
talking about?
the
Whoa, now you're
Facebook
calling
where
us
it says
stupid.
I've been
gonna
calling
sue
you
you.
stupid. You sue
I'm
me
gonna
all you
sue
want
you.
to. You're stupid.
Oh yeah. Well,
You
let's take
haven't
this to
said
court. How about
anything.
that? You want to take it to court?
Do what you got to do,
Take it
partner.
to
All right.
court.
Well, definitely
Do
will.
what you got to do. The fuck?
Whoa.
Why would I care?
You're not acting professional at all.
I'm extremely professional.
No, you're not.
I am.
Very much
You are not acting.
I am just as professional as you are smart.
Well, Dean lets me on
And
his
you
live
are
almost every day, so
stupid.
Dean thinks I'm really smart.
I doubt it. I
That's
honestly doubt it.
That's why I debunked everything he says.
Guys, do we have to do the thing for this guy? Do we have to do the thing?
I'm gonna sue your
let me see.
chat.
You can do it all you want to.
Your chat sucks.
I hope you get all 1,000 of their names, okay?
I will.
Okay, all right.
I'm
Fantastic
gonna
for
win
you.
every lawsuit.
Mm-hmm. I know you will. You keep believing, baby. All right, keep hope alive, okay?
See, and then, well, you want to go back to when you called me a white guy earlier? That was pretty freaking racist. I
Are
didn't
you
say
a white
anything about
guy?
you. I would like to consider myself Italian.
You're
That's
white.
what-
So you're garlicky
No.
white.
No,
Spicy white.
no.
White. Pesto white. What the fuck are we supposed to do with that?
Shit.
Oh, you didn't hear what happened to the market? The stock market hit what, 50,000? That's the
Jesus
first
fucking
time.
Christ.
Yo,
Here we
since
go
Trump
again.
became president, look at the things that came number one. I know you're gonna say, "Oh, it's an entertainment," but if you Google it, it says that they are a news channel. That's why they have Fox News. Fox News for 2025
Oh my God.
is rated number one. Then the stock market reached the highest it's ever been
Fox News
since
and the
Trump
stock
became
market have to do
president.
with
Then
each other.
another thing, the border
You do
is
realize that the
the
stock market is cyclical, so it reaches
This dude
highs
sounds like the
under
smartest
all
man I've ever met.
presidents. It
no,
reached
but
a,
it never
reached
reached the
high.
high. It
Actually,
never
it did.
reached the
It reached
highest that it
highs.
is now.
Uh,
It never reached the highest that it is now. Yes, it does go up. Of course, it goes up and down, but it never reached this mark. It never.
Can we get a linear line of thought here?
No, he's
can't-
a smart man. I like this dude for real.
We really can't. We really can't. It literally reached a high in January of 2025. It reached a high in January of 2025. All right, prior to Donald Trump becoming president. Okay? Prior to him becoming president. That would be a high. That was under Joe Biden. So
the
then,
border
like,
is
no, let's go
history.
back to that. You don't understand how the stock market works. It literally goes in cycles. Okay. So it's reaching a high now. It could reach a low because we do know that it reached some lows within 2025 also when Donald Trump was president. All right. So I wouldn't bring up the stock market if I were you because
Immigrants
you
are
won't win
stealing
there.
jobs.
So there's that.
Immigrants are
No,
stealing
they're
jobs.
not stealing jobs because you can't prove that. You have no source to
Why do you
substantiate
think-
that.
why do you
Because if
think people-
immigrants were stealing jobs, right? Why would it be that we lost 1.1 million jobs in 2025, yet Donald Trump only added about 520,000 jobs in that same year? So that's a deficit of about half, actually a little more than half. So I would have to know from you then is how are they stealing jobs? If he's deporting all of them, why isn't it Americans are filling these jobs? Make it make sense.
You want my dead ass, like, truthful, honest opinion? It's because the jobs they work, they're shitty jobs. They're jobs nobody wants to work.
Yeah, that's not true.
It's 100% true.
No. What makes them shitty jobs?
I mean, you're getting paid minimum wage. You're working by the hour. It's hard ass work. I don't want to work an hour doing hard equipment, digging a hole. Digging holes are hard. I don't want to do that for an hour and get paid $11.
If that is the case, then how exactly, if you think this, just following your train of thought here, if this is what you think about those jobs, then how is it that they're taking American jobs? Make it make sense.
They are taking American jobs.
How? You just said that those are shitty jobs. That's what you just said out of your own mouth.
because you said.
So are you
Because
admitting that the undocumented immigrant specifically does serve a purpose to the United States economy because they do work the jobs that Americans, for the most part, I would say for the most part, not in its
no, I think
entirety,
Americans do.
no, I'm
No,
not finished. They work the jobs for the most part that Americans do not find to be desirable.
no, that's not
You
true.
just said it yourself. You said that they're shitty jobs.
Digging a hole is not fucking
You
useful
just
for
said it.
our world.
You just said it yourself.
Building bridges,
You
building
literally
buildings,
just owned yourself.
building bridges,
That was
building
crazy to
buildings.
work.
No,
You just
they
owned
don't. They're not
yourself.
building none of that.
How
They're not
does it
building none of that.
feel? How does it feel, Junior?
Digging holes and
How
building
does it
buildings
feel?
are two different things.
Links, Junior. How does it feel to
Building
own
buildings
yourself?
and digging holes are two different things.
Yeah, that is wicked work right there.
What
Wicked
do you
work.
mean? Digging
Sucks to be
holes and
you.
building.
You're not
Digging
equipped
holes
to
and
do
building
this.
buildings are two different things. Yes, I
Um,
am. I
the
debated
whole
Dean.
world, the
I
whole
beat
world
Dean multiple
knows,
times.
the whole world knows
In your
why
dreams.
they want the immigrants here because it's impossible. I'll put money on that to beat Trump or any Republican president right now. They need the immigrant votes. Without the immigrant votes, Trump got over
What immigrants
100
can vote?
million
I'm
people.
so sorry. I apologize to you because you're saying
Oh
words.
my
All
God.
All right,
immigrants
what
can vote.
immigrants can vote in federal elections?
They do it anyway.
They do it anyway. Thank you.
Then prove it.
Yes, they do
Prove
it
it.
anyway.
Hold on. There's
I
laws.
hope
There's
you
laws.
know that
People still
TikTok
break-
is
there's
listening. You
laws and
both are
people
likely
still
going to
break
get kicked for misinformation.
There's
You
laws.
better
and
you
people
better
still break them
substantiate
every
your
day.
claim.
Oh, yo, you don't watch news, man. Trust me,
You're
because
neither of
there's
you are
people,
substantiating
there's
your
people
claim.
that's yes, they got
What
arrested.
state?
If you look it up,
What state?
I think
it
I
is.
think he just did Georgia actually. I think he just put in something about Georgia.
Type
Yeah,
it
there-
in.
In Fulton
no.
County. In Fulton County.
Why?
Fulton
No,
County,
Why
Georgia.
you
it's
think?
already been found in Georgia that there is no
Fulton
voter
County,
fraud
Georgia,
that's
Oh my
actually.
happening.
God. Yo, do you know that whatchamacallit, they having an argument with because the Democrats, Trump came out and says he wants ICE at the voting polls. Democrats are against
They
that.
were doing
So
it in
you're
Fulton
okay with
County.
voter
They were doing it in
intimidation?
Fulton County, Georgia.
No,
Hey,
no, no, no,
listen,
no.
I'm
It
not
has
gonna
not,
deal with two manic people at one time. I need you both to shut the
has
fuck up
nothing
while
to
I'm
do with
talking.
intimidation
Like,
because
chill the fuck
if
out.
you are American,
Shut up. Thank
That's
you.
very disrespectful. I have not told you shut up
Your
one time.
existence is disrespectful. Shut
I
up.
have not told.
Thank you.
I've not said one time. to
As I
shut
was
up.
saying, okay, stop jumping around. You made a claim, Links, all right, that there is voter fraud going on. Okay, we know for a fact that that isn't true. Right. While you may have one or two cases, the majority of the cases for voter fraud that have happened, all right, that have come forward, a majority have been for Republicans committing the fraud. Additionally, in regards to the 2020 election, what was found in about 63 cases is that there was, in fact, no voter fraud. Now, if you are going to stick to the claim that there is mass voter fraud going on by undocumented immigrants, or in general by people who do not have citizenship in the United States of America, prove it. I am not going to move forward with this conversation until you prove it. If you do not prove it, you will be conceding to the fact that you are wrong. Now prove it, and don't you tell me to look up anything. You're on a smart device.
all right.
Excuse me, I'm still talking. You are on a smart device known as a smartphone. Use it to help you be smart.
And Erica, you got
You
a
can
computer in
swipe
front
out of
of
the app.
You're gonna.
You can swipe out of the app. Go to your browser
Are you gonna
and
kick me
get
if I
the
do?
information.
Are you gonna kick me if I do?
What am I
Do you
kicking for?
know?
What? Get the
Do you know you
information.
gave?
Get the
Do you
data.
know
I don't
you
got to
gave the
talk about it. I
information
do not have to talk about it. Just get it. Just get it. Go to DuckDuckGo, GoDaddy.com, whatever it is that you got to go to, all right, and get the information. That's all we're
You
asking
gave
for.
you gave the information already, which you don't even know. Do you know that video that you played about the apes? The guy just talked about it. That's how Biden won. He was talking about the votes. You played it already. He was talking about the
Jesus Christ.
Erica, you're a mass manipulator.
Your mother.
You're just as bad as Dean and Parker,
Yeah.
if not
Call me
worse.
what
honestly.
you want.
If
She
not
didn't even know
worse.
that
Go
she played
ahead
the
and
video.
get
That's
the
what the guy was
information. You
talking
two
about.
are still yapping. I think that's crazy. What is this? Is this
what
deflection?
gaslighting
Are you
feels
running
like?
from the fact that you can't get the information? What were you saying,
Is this what
Itchy?
gaslighting? I said, is this what gaslighting feels like?
Yeah, they are
Because
definitely
I don't
trying
let
to
them do
live.
this to me. Yeah, I don't.
This is not
I don't let
gaslighting.
them.
This is
Play
her
back that same
bullying at
video.
finest.
Play back that same video with the apes. That's what the guy was talking about at the beginning, before it went to the Obama and Michelle in the ape as an ape.
Erica, do you have a criminal record? I'm gonna look it up.
I'm sorry, you're gonna do
All
what?
right, I'm finna do the eeny meeny miny mo.
Oh wait,
Yeah,
I forgot I was doing a
that's about to
thing.
happen.
I thought I forgot I was doing a thing. I apologize, chat. I apologize. I know you guys may not have been looking at the screen, but on the screen here, what we have is a kick fund. All right, to get them both up out of the paint. All right, we're at 0 out of 100. To kick them both plus a flat Sprite. All right, I will take a flat bottle of Sprite plus $100 to get them the fuck up out of here because they're not smart. I really want them to prove something, prove me wrong about something, yet all they can do is pivot, deflect, overtalk, just do all the bad things. None of the good things. I just want you to back up this information. That's all I'm asking you to do. Links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name. PayPal and Venmo. I also have a Zelle. Everything with Erica9@gmail.com. And if you're over on the tube, you can send a super chat.
Liv,
right?
thank you
So
for
there
the
we go.
$100 on Venmo. Saying Erica wants to become a dictator. I 100% agree.
Sure, Jan. So we're still waiting.
For what?
Did you get the article? Like, where's the proof? Where's the study? Where's the report? Where is anything? You guys haven't done anything. You've had time. Go get it. Now, fetch. Thank you. Also, over on the tube, thank you so much to Jolena. Jolena, thank you for the sent 100 for 2 jewels. I have to learn how to read this jewel thing, but thank you so much for those jewels. I appreciate you, love. Drop some hearts in the chat for Jolena. That's pretty awesome. Thank you so very much. All right, guys, let's keep doing all of the good things. All right, remember, we are starting a kick fund to get them both up out of here. $100 and a bottle of Sprite. All right, if you all don't want to kick them, then guess what? I'm just going to take it that you enjoyed them being here, and we're going to keep the show rolling. So there's that. Any friggin' who. I like hold music. All right, we're waiting for you both to get me the information I've requested so you can substantiate your claim. So let's see how long it's going to take. Guys, while we're waiting, you keep doing all of the good things. Don't talk while my hold music is playing. You hear the hold music. You should be getting the information that I asked of you.
What you want again? What you want again?
Before COVID-19,
substantiate your claim.
Can I talk?
Substantiate your claim is what I want you to do.
Can I talk?
Why would you give us information? You know what? You're stupid. Why would you give us information prior to C19 when the argument is in regards to 2020? What you would want to look up is information in regards to the 2020 election. That's what you would be substantiating. Good grief. Whatever public school system you went to, I blame them.
Yo, the video that you played, all you have to do is just play that first beginning part. The guy breaks it to you.
Who's
He
the
breaks it
guy?
down. He's like,
Hey, thank you, Unc, for the galaxy. I appreciate you.
I don't
Thank
know
you,
the guy that was in the video.
Oh, so we just supposed to trust him too? Like we're
So
supposed to trust you?
Trust everything. So we're just supposed to trust
like
everything
you
that comes
both
out
are
your
literally
mouth?
giving homeschool dropouts.
We're supposed to trust everything what Dean and
What are you doing here? You're giving homeschool dropouts over here. What's up, Itchy?
Hold on.
What's wrong with being homeschooled?
Next
Now
time,
you're judging people that are homeschooled?
Chase. Chase. Dean nor Parker have made an appearance in this live, and next time you mention either one of them, I'm gonna drop you.
Shout out to Karen for the 10 to kick
Yo,
these dweebs.
yo,
And I
yo,
love you. I
yo,
love you
Itch.
more. Thank you so very much, Karen. Draw
Yo,
some
Itch.
hearts in the
I can
chat for
ask you a
Karen,
question.
y'all. Draw some
I
hearts in
can
the
ask
chat
you a
for Karen. You
question.
heard me talking. I know you hear me
No,
talking.
no, I hear you talking. I wanted
Yeah,
to
now
ask
be
Itch
quiet
a
now while
question.
I'm talking. Good grief. All right. Thank you, Karen, for the 10. That means that we are now $90 away from our goal. $90 away from our goal. Links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name. PayPal and Venmo also have a Zelle. Everything with Erica9@gmail.com. And if you're over on the tube, you can send a super chat. Again, that is Everything with Erica. I appreciate you all because everything is appreciated and most definitely accepted. And we are looking to get them up out of the paint. All
I'm not
right.
going nowhere, lady.
There we go.
Why y'all against photo ID?
Oh, no. We're not changing
Why
the
y'all
subject.
against
We're
that?
sticking right here because you both, all right, made a claim. Links, you did it first, all right, saying that undocumented immigrants are voting, all right? That's what you
That's a
said.
fact.
I
That's a
did
fact.
ask you, where are they voting? You go everywhere, and then we go into fraud. And so what I want you to do is substantiate your claim. You're
Can I
not doing
pivot from
that. So
that?
what I'm going to need you to do, Links, is go back on mute. Only time I want you to come off is when you can substantiate your claim.
So I
Chase,
have a new debate.
did you?
I have a new debate.
No, you don't
No,
have a new
I
debate.
want to pivot. I want to pivot. I want to
Chase,
pivot.
you don't get to
I wanna
pivot, Chase. Chase, no. Put your ass in a corner. Stop.
I'm sorry.
Anywho, shout out to my girl Gucci. Hi, Gooch. Gooch sent 20 and said, if he says Dean or Parker one more motherfucking time.
Or what? What's she gonna do about
I
it?
understand it.
What are you gonna do about it?
She's the
I'll
head
sue
mod
you.
tonight. I don't think you want
I'm
to
gonna
find
sue
out
her.
what she's going to do.
Get sued.
You're just as litigious as Donald Trump is, huh? Is that what you do? Okay.
No, I understand. I don't
Anywho,
want
we
my
are
name slandered.
now $70 away from our goal. $70 away. Okay, guys, links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name. PayPal and Venmo also have a Zelle. Everything with Erica9@gmail.com. Thank you all so very much. And again, if you're over on the tube, you can send a super chat. All right, we are waiting for these two gentlemen to provide their sources. All right, I can't believe I called them gentlemen. I should literally just say we're waiting for these two ultra
Yeah.
We got to
crepidarians.
take the L because even if you prove it, they're gonna say, "Oh, that's a fake source."
That's
and
what I'm
they
saying.
go,
That's why I'm just trying to pivot and
go
move on.
around.
A
I'm
fake
just trying to move on to
source?
the next point because
fake
it's
source?
pointless.
Fake source. So
You're
A
always-
fake
that's
source? Why would we
uncredible.
say it's a fake source? Can you give us
No,
one trial related to the 2020 election that said that there was voter fraud? All right, can you show us anywhere where undocumented immigrants are voting in federal elections?
All right. So why did Trump? I don't know exactly. Oh, damn, I can't remember the word, but have an investigation on that on 2020. Why would he go through all of that? Because it was fraud. He was supposed to win. That cheese, you had mad illegal immigrants. Y'all do not care about immigrants, illegal immigrants. Y'all just want them here for votes. That's it.
You sound like an illegal.
Yo.
Be quiet. Hey, the funny thing is, what were you finna say, Erica?
Oh, I wanted to tell Links something. Links, I'm sorry to cut you off, Itchy. You know I would never. All right, Links, I just want to tell you something. Chase, I want you to listen to, because you still haven't provided your claim, and I think this is getting beyond ridiculous. So here.
I've already said I wanted to pivot to another.
I just hate all of the choices that you make, because those are the choices that bitch ass niggas make. That's all. So
That's all. That's all. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. All right. Shout out to Sick of Society for the $4.86. Sick of Society said, please make Chase go away. Please make Chase go away. We was trying, baby. We was trying so hard. All right. And I can't believe this, but shouts out to Amanda. Big shout outs. Drop all of the hearts in the chat for Amanda for the $70. Amanda said, kick them. Beat it, clowns. Beat it, dweebs. Shout out to you, Amanda. Drop all the hearts in the chat. I want to see a gajillion hearts in the chat. And drop some more hearts in the chat for Aaron. Aaron said 70. Y'all wanted him to fuck up out of there, huh? Aaron sent 70 and said, kick them. Love you, Erica. I love you more. Thank you so very much. I appreciate y'all. Cause scram, get gone now. The hell? It was not Itchy, you think we'll get a smart Trump supporter? No, I ain't think so either. I don't think so either. We'll see what happens. But guys, drop all those hearts in the chat. Thank you so very much. I appreciate y'all. We got them up out the paint. They are gone. They are gone. Let's hope we don't have to do another kick fund because then it'll feel weird. Okay, so let's not do that. Let's just keep doing all of the good things, guys. All of the good things. All right. Let's run Mr. Itchy's numbers up. Okay. Also, check out the links in his bio. All right. As Itchy banks over on the Cash App. Take care of Mr. Itchy while he is here. All right. Mr. Itchy is being very demure. All right. He's being very centered tonight. I love to see it. However, Itchy, be you, my friend. Okay. Do that. It's okay. All right. You can put your pinky down over here tonight. All right, guys, let's keep doing all of the good things. And again, thank you so very much for all that you do. All right. The flat Sprite, I'm going to get it. I'm going to go get the flat Sprite. I promise. You guys sent enough. I'm going to get the flat Sprite. Let's just keep doing all of the good things, guys. And if you are a Trump supporter, go ahead and get in the box, request up, and let's have a conversation. All right. Let's have a conversation. You're the demographic of people I want to speak with. Okay. Who's this person? Are they loading? Hi, One. Are you a Trump supporter? Hi, One. Are you a Trump supporter? I don't like that. I need to drink some water. One, I'm gonna go ahead and let you down, love. Thank you for the love bomb, Gucci. Let's see here. Hi, nope. Are you a Trump supporter?
Voted for him 3 times. Trouble supporting him these days, but holding strong a bit.
Okay, so that's like a yes. You are a Trump supporter?
Yeah, I cast my vote for him 3 times. I would say that'd be of support, but disappointed for sure.
Why are you still supporting him?
I mean, I was supporting the guy I voted for. Why still supporting? I mean, give me some nuance to the word supporting. I mean, what do you mean?
Okay, so if the election were held today and your choices were Kamala Harris or Donald Timothy Trump, who would you vote for?
I'd vote for Donald Trump over Kamala.
Okay, then. So why are you still supporting Donald Trump? I don't know why that was hard. Why you need a context for that?
Well, those are 2 different questions.
No, they're not. They're the same
They
question.
are.
Why are you
Yeah,
still
who you'd
supporting
vote for
Trump?
and who you would support are 2 different things.
If you vote for a candidate, typically you support what it is their platform is. You. All right, so let's not try to be smart asses here, because I promise you I am smarter than you are.
Crazy
okay,
to accuse
so
that, actually.
With that being said, okay, let's rein it back in. All right, let's rein it back in. I need you to focus. Okay, I'm gonna ask you the question one more time. Hopefully this time you're able to answer it. Why are you still supporting Trump?
I still support Trump because of the message of mass deportations.
The message of mass deportation. Itchy, this gentleman wants to do a game of semantics tonight. He wants to gaslight us. That's what he wants to do. The message of
I answered it, actually.
The message of mass deportation. So you don't like it actually in action? You just like how it sounds?
I don't like the lack of execution so far.
The lack of execution?
Yes.
Expound on that. It might be Chase's dad, guys. It might be.
I think the total numbers in which he's deported, compared to I think where his supporters would like him to be, they dwarf where I think people would like him to be. His supporters on how many people he's deported thus far.
So you think that Donald Trump isn't being tough enough, hard enough, harsh enough on immigration?
No.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. So you don't think that, because like he did deport quite a few people, but pretty much what you're telling us is that you just like the cruelty of it all, because him, having ICE go against the Constitution, that's not enough for you, right? Like them going against the Fourth Amendment. Do you know what the Fourth Amendment is?
I do, but I don't think a cruelty is what I'm upset with, to be honest with you.
I didn't say the cruelty is something that you're upset with. Did you say the lack of cruelty? I just want to make sure I heard you right.
Well, I phrased it as in which I didn't like the numbers. I thought the numbers should be higher, and you said I was okay with the cruelty.
How is he accomplishing the numbers that he has thus far, though? Is he doing it
In
in
an
an
a very
inhumane way?
ineffective way. In a very
No, my
ineffective
question
way.
is he doing it in a humane or an inhumane way?
I mean, that'd be a
Thank you,
debate between
Pam.
what you think is humane
You got
and
it, Itchy.
inhumane. I suppose.
You got it, Itchy.
The reason why you're not getting the numbers that you're looking for is because he's resorted to attacking documented people in this country. You've pretty much run out of undocumented immigrants to chase and attack. He's actually attacking people now who are legally going through the processes, and that's why he's not being effective. If you remember or recall his last administration, you said you voted for him 3 times. He wasn't effective his first administration. As a matter of fact, for 4 straight years, he complained about caravans coming into the country. We were being invaded and inundated by migrants his whole 4 years of his first administration. So the reason why you're not satisfied with the number of people that are being deported is because he's running out of people to deport. He told you that he was going to get rid of criminals and thugs, and now he's chasing grandmas and school-aged children.
Yeah, I would say I agree with you that the sample size is different between who is legal and who is illegal. What I would say is I don't believe he's run out on the estimates. I mean, the lower estimates are at 11 million in a decade, and the higher estimates are near 25 million a decade. Whichever one you pick, I don't think he's run out of those people. I do not think that he has gone towards deporting. Sorry, incorrect term there. Deporting those people at the rate in which he promised during his campaign. So I think there's plenty of people left to deport.
So one more question.
Sure.
If that's the case, that means that he's not effective at doing his job. If Joe Biden and Barack Obama, hell, including George W. Bush, was more effective at deportations and at deporting people, then that means that Donald Trump isn't effective at his job.
Exactly.
So what he has been effective at, though, is stopping international, what is the word I'm looking for?
So like
when
refugees.
people come to visit our country. No.
Tourism.
Tourism, yeah. He's affected international tourism. Tourism in states that depend on tourism is down by damn near 30%. It's down by 30% in Vegas, Florida, California. All of the places that depend on foreign tourism, we're suffering for it. Our farmers are suffering from it. But he's still not effective at deportations. Why are you still supportive of this?
No, this is kind of where my initial sentiment came from. I don't disagree with you at all. I think he's been extremely ineffective and ineffective to the promise. The mandate, right,
Did
as
you
a
drop
popular
your
vote
iPad?
decided.
Oh, wow.
Go ahead, boss man. I got you. We listen.
No, you're good. Yeah, I was just saying, I would say that I don't disagree with you that he's been very ineffective. In the mandate that the popular vote decided.
Two things you said wrong. It wasn't a popular vote, and he definitely doesn't have a mandate.
I need you to explain that. I don't understand that.
To get a popular vote, one of the candidates has to have over 50% of the vote, 51% to be exact.
Okay.
Neither candidate got 51% of the vote. He reached the plurality of the vote because the votes against him were more than the votes for him. It just so happened that the other voters didn't get the plurality of those votes.
That's fine. I mean, technicality aside, I don't.
Yeah,
He had more.
words have definition.
Sure, yeah.
Because if he had the popular vote to the extent that y'all think that he did, then he would have a mandate. A mandate says that he has the ability to legislate without any interference.
Nah, that's incorrect. But
yes, a mandate
definitionally
means,
wrong.
Again, a mandate means that he would have had enough power in the Senate and the House that he would not have to worry about legislating. He would be able to get legislation passed. Ronald Reagan had a mandate. Bill Clinton had a mandate. Barack Obama, when he first went into office, had a mandate because they had enough senators and enough congressmen to get their legislation through without any interference. That's what a mandate is. Donald Trump can't mandate anything right now.
Did Donald Trump not win the presidency with the entire Congress in 2024? Am I missing something?
So did Joe Biden.
That's what I'm saying. Then it's of the same
That doesn't
ilk
mean a
that
mandate.
you just mentioned.
Words have meanings. Just because you won the House and the Senate does not mean that gives you a mandate. He had a slim margin, just like Joe Biden had a slim margin. But the difference between the slim margin that Joe Biden had and Donald Trump had, Joe Biden got legislation accomplished because he was able to do bipartisan legislation. See, Donald Trump needs Democrats to make legislation. It's not a mandate.
Originally, he did not, and he had the majority in all three. So I don't know.
He still does.
Yeah, that was my point. You just argued against it.
But he doesn't have a mandate because he doesn't have enough of a lead to do anything without cooperation from Democrats.
Exactly. So he's saying that he doesn't have a supermajority. They have to have the Democrat. They have to have the Democratic vote in order to move any legislation forward. Right.
I don't disagree with that. What I was saying was that by majority, I understand that by popular vote, you're definitely fine, understood, completely agree. But by majority, the American public elected him and a Republican Congress and Senate in 2024 based on a campaign promise. So if we're just doing technical terms
immigration
or whatever,
wasn't the main concern. Do you know where immigration actually ranked?
Immigration was on the ballot. I mean, immigration is up to the concern of the American people that voted.
But what did the exit polls say?
The exit polls were actually, in most places, especially in the southern United States, like unbelievably overwhelmingly immigration related.
Where do you see that at?
Do you have the exit polls in Miami-Dade from 2024?
Regardless, hold on, Erica, because we got
because he wants to go to a specific place.
Regardless of
did Miami carry the election?
Do you have one? I'm just mentioning this.
I'm just saying that. Go ahead, Blaishy. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, because regardless of whether he had the House and the Senate and the presidency, he did not have a mandate. If he had a mandate, he would be able to move legislation. He can't move legislation because he can't make good policy. Period.
I don't disagree with that. Yeah.
That's why y'all haven't gotten any legislation for the border.
I don't disagree with his lack of legislative ability at all. I mean, he's got a terrible track record with legislation.
So you're basically saying that you on purpose voted for someone that you knew couldn't get the job done. You just voted for the words.
We are of no I don't know about you guys. I'm of no future prediction. I don't have a crystal ball.
He didn't do a good job in his first term.
Which I would agree with, which I would definitely agree with.
So that means that you, in fact, voted for someone that you knew wouldn't do a good job. You just liked how it sounded. That's all there is to it.
And I think that reduces me to somebody. You don't know me, so that kind of reduces me to somebody that you have that I purposely voted for some. I mean, this isn't really a debate at that point. If you're that's a little bit insane, is it not?
I mean, don't you got to call it sometimes like you see it?
I mean, is that your argument?
I'm
That's
just saying.
statement there.
No, that's just in response to what it is that you've done. I come to a conclusion about it here.
I believe that
You
he was the
literally
better candidate. I think
you
it's more
said,
nuanced
hold
than
on,
me
one moment. I'm
thinking.
so sorry.
Go ahead, ma'am.
When
Apologies. Go ahead.
when I did ask you the question, all right, or why did you vote for Donald Trump? You said that I like the messaging of mass deportation. All right,
Yes.
which means that you like the words that Donald Trump used, and it also means you like what you heard because it sounded good to you. It sounded good to you.
Yeah, it's politics.
Okay,
For
all right,
sure.
exactly, right, exactly. Okay, Itchy has gone over how Donald Trump in his second term and also in his first term, how he was unable to actually do any legislation to increase deportations or even secure the border. He's gone over that with you already. All right. So I'm stepping in to say that based off of the conversation that we've had thus far with you, you voted for him. You voted for a man that you knew couldn't legislate. You just like the way in which his message got across. You like the way it sounded. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, and my response to
Why
that,
would you do that?
I don't totally disagree. I don't like a president who hyper legislates. And that's just a personal
Hyper
preference. I think.
legislates?
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
there wouldn't be any hyper legislating going on there. All right. I mean, Donald Trump could have simply just, had a border bill passed. That wouldn't be hyper legislation. All right. But like, if you want to look at it, Joe Biden, within 2 weeks of taking office in 2021, submitted an immigration reform bill, a border bill, if you will, that was denied. And then he did another one in 2022 that was denied because of it included funding for the war in Ukraine. Yet they went ahead and passed that funding for Ukraine, but still no border bill. And then we get another one, all right, in 2024, the Langford bill, which we all know about. All right. And what does Donald Trump do? Donald Trump, all right, ceases that one. He puts a stop on that one because he needs something to run on. So he threatens to primary any senator that votes yes on the Langford bill. Even his namesake, James Langford, voted against it out of fear of being primaried. So we have that going on here. And that was the most comprehensive. Was it perfect by any means? No, not at all. It was not perfect, but it was the most comprehensive immigration and border security reform that we've had, that was bipartisan, by the way, since 1996. But Donald Trump put a stop to it. Now, if you are as informed as I would like to believe you are, and you can tell me if you're not, all right, then this is something that you would have known when you went into the booth in 2024. And so then you would have known that, hey, Donald Trump doesn't really want border security. Donald Trump really doesn't want to do anything about immigration. But instead, that's not what you did. You went into the booth and you voted on the fact that getting rid of all the brown people sounded good to you.
No, I mean, that's crazy. And once again,
crazy?
you don't know me. No, you don't know me, and we can have a policy debate because it sounds like that we were on that track, and then you went to a racial debate, which I'm not interested in having. I thought we were having a policy legislation debate, but I can answer on. Go ahead.
Your policy was race. Donald Trump didn't run on anything else but race.
Did I give you a policy? I mean, what policy since I've been on here in the last 10 minutes has been racist?
When Donald Trump ran in 2024, what policies did he run on?
We just discussed this, but we were talking about mass deportations was the original topic.
Yeah, race.
I don't think mass deportations has a racial background.
It actually does.
Can you show me the white person or the European or the
Slavic person?
Slavic person that was on the lawn of the White House?
When he put up those posters. But in regards to him running, Donald Trump on the campaign trail said out of his own mouth when speaking about Latino undocumented immigrants that murder is in their genes. He said that. Donald Trump once compared Latino undocumented immigrants to vermin. That's what Donald Trump did. It is about race. Donald Trump has never focused on the European immigrant. Never. Never. He even said out of his own mouth after becoming president, he asked the Slavic nations, the Nordic nations, all right, such as Sweden, Switzerland, Norway, all right, why can't they send more of their people here? That's what he said. Instead of sending in the black immigrant, the Somalis. He said that out of his own mouth. It's always been about race.
Okay, well, for me and probably millions of voters of mass deportation, it's not about race. And
Then what
those
is it
race.
about?
Well, I mean, simple. We'll just take it. I mean, if we take what your statement on both ends was about, let's say it was not targeted towards Europeans, is what I just heard. Don't lose sleep at night knowing that there's Europeans, Mexicans, Panamanians, Tanzanians immigrating to America. Don't lose sleep at night about that. I promise you, I don't. But if you look at the numbers, we're talking about South America and Asia total to about an estimate of 23 million over 15 years. Okay. Europeans, I would venture to say 4 to 5 million in the same time period. And so if you're looking legislatively, if you're looking just policy wise at the voter, right? The voter, if somebody up in DC is racist, I mean, they're on both sides of the aisle.
What's he talking?
And all sorts of different influences come from everywhere. When you look at the voter, somebody like me, somebody like anybody, I don't know if there's somebody maybe watching this live who may have voted for Donald Trump. There's probably a strong possibility. Look economically at the numbers. And that if you were to import 20 plus million people into the United States from a certain region of the world, well, that's coincidental to the race argument, which kind of just
Let me
debunks
tell
it.
you how dumb this argument is, Erica. I
That's just kind of like halfway
say
through what
this.
I was explaining there, sir, but that's fine.
But I just want to tell you how dumb this idea is.
Mm-hmm.
You said that under Joe Biden, all of these people came into the country. Now, Erica,
Yes, sir.
when was the last time a Republican won the popular vote?
Ronald Reagan.
Ronald Reagan,
Yep.
80s, 80, 79, 80. So Republicans haven't won the popular vote since 80. Joe Biden let in all of these Hispanic people from South America. Donald Trump wins the popular vote for the first time in 40 years, and Hispanic people pushed him over the top.
I thought you said earlier he didn't win the popular vote, but
he did. Did you see my fingers?
He didn't win by like the majority.
Did you see my fingers?
okay. Well, don't do fingers. Do your terms. Make your claim.
Yeah, no.
quotes.
See, I know I can do that because I know the definition of words.
Okay.
Now we can get on this semantics and become assholes, and you're not gonna win that.
It's not semantics, man. You said earlier that he didn't win the popular vote.
He won the popular vote.
We can speak with respect back and forth. You get your term, you know?
Again, what you can do is stop doing that, bro. Because what I don't want to do is I don't want to mute you, and I want to keep this copacetic. So act like an adult.
Got it. Go ahead.
So again, Hispanic people pushed him over the victory line, the finish line, with more numbers than ever before. Now, my question to both of you, is if he won with the Hispanic vote, and right now, currently as we stand, the Hispanic vote is 29% minus 29% from where he was from in 2026. How did the Republican Party survive from this?
No, they probably don't. The Republican Party probably crumbles. I mean, they've been on the verge of this for years. I don't think they survived that at all. I don't think they would have survived it even if they had the rebound in 2024 that you spoke of. I mean, the Republican Party, the GOP, yeah, I mean, it's a failing brand for sure.
So can MAGA carry a victory without the GOP?
Certainly not. No. MAGA doesn't carry a victory after the
So this whole
2025
experience,
talking.
this whole experience is going to is going to end up resulting in the same way we told y'all it was going to result in 2024. We told you that if you elected Donald Trump and he did mass tariffs, like blanket tariffs, and he did mass deportation, that it was going to crumble your party. We told y'all that we've seen this before. The last time we saw it, it created the Great Depression. We told y'all this.
Exacerbated the Great Depression. I always have to clarify. I have to clarify that. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was saying when it comes to tariffs in the economy.
That's why I love you.
I'm sorry. It's my ADHD. Go ahead. You got the floor, Noble.
Yeah, quickly to respond to that, and it's actually a good point. I would say when it comes to tariffs in the economy, the economy itself has lost and won very little elections since I've been alive. I'm 30. So yes, I would say that definitely hurts. But I necessarily what the GOP has done has gone against the will of their voters, and I think that's why they would lose. I don't think it would be on an economic policy or gas prices or egg prices or tariffs or what it may be. That they'll probably still vote that direction. They have historically from that party. They've voted for low taxes and gotten them raised. Right, that's the kind of the whole GOP voter base for probably the last 50 years. So no, I agree and disagree in ways with what you just said, but I do think that the GOP is dead. I mean, there's no, or unalive, whatever you got to say on here. I think the GOP is done. That's for sure. And I think Trump could have saved it and did a terrible job trying. So I don't disagree.
Damn, that was
interesting.
That's probably the realest statement I've heard in a long time coming from a conservative.
Well, I don't got to come on here and like win or whatever. I thought we were talking. So
yeah,
okay.
No, that's Go ahead, Eric.
Okay, so since we're talking, you were speaking earlier about the number of immigrants coming from places like South America and also Asia. You were speaking of that. All right. What issue do you have there? Because that's what I was trying to get to. Like, what is your issue in regards to immigration? All right, that the messaging of mass deportation is something that you voted for.
It's the number. It's not. So here's the word I'm going to use. It's enabling, is the word that I'm going to use, and I think there's a mask, and immigration's one in which the mask has been taken off. Let's say in the last decade or so, especially to like younger to millennial voters. I think that mask hadn't been ripped off for a long time. There's distractions throughout the early 2000s. There's a recession in the late 2000s. There's and the like, right? Big events all the time. And so immigration takes place over, I mean, honestly, from the 60s until now at like an aggressive rate that people really didn't put a number to. So when you put the numbers to it, and the reason I mentioned South America and Asia was in response to the president doesn't care about European immigrants. Well, that's because they're at like dwarfs of the numbers, like to the 8th, maybe 10th of those immigrants have come from that region of the world. So it's not about what region of the world they come from. Simply, I think the message was, if you're going to have this many folks that don't have citizenship, do not have paperwork in the country over this much of time. I mean, this has really been an argument and a campaign winner for like governor races and like state senate races for like 10 years. So I think the American people as a whole are against illegal immigration. I think that is it to this day, even with the failures, pulled out pretty strongly and wasn't really a point of contention when Obama was deporting people 10 years ago. So it's a popular position to have folks that aren't supposed to be here based on documentation to be gone. That's actually pretty popular.
Okay, I don't think. Go ahead, Itchy. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. No. Go ahead.
Okay, because what I was gonna say is that you say it's a numbers game. It's a numbers game. All right. What you're doing is you're trying to defend the fact that you are saying that you didn't vote for it based off of racism. The race didn't matter to you is what you're
No, I can
defending
say it
right
on my whole
now.
chest. I am me. I'm not racist.
No, I know that's
For
what you're
sure.
defending.
Of
I
course.
need you to listen to me with the words I'm using.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry.
That's what it is that you're trying to defend in your answer. However, that's not what I'm asking you. All right. It could be 100 million. It could be 1 million. All right. It could be 23 million or so, as you said, over the last 15 years. What is the problem with that? What is the problem with the immigrant coming into the United States of America? Like, are they taking something from you? What are they doing? Like, what's happening to make
Having no
you?
record of
Mhm.
sorry, you're having no record of 20 plus million, and like I said, there's estimates lower. I mean, I think the lower estimates are in the 15 million range, but I mean, just simply country national security wise, having that many folks not registered.
Quick question.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Think about this. How do you keep track? Right? How do you keep track of someone if you don't know they're here? Think about that. Think about that. Seriously, think about that.
I think that's my argument, actually. I think I'll adopt that one as my argument.
Because
Exactly.
who you are including in that are people that can be tracked. All right. Are people that have sought and have been granted deferred deportation. All right. Are they considered an undocumented immigrant?
Yes.
Okay. All right. But the government can track them. All right. DACA recipients.
It isn't about tracking them. That's
hold on one moment. Because they're included within this number that you're giving us. All right. Are DACA recipients undocumented immigrants?
Technically, no. No, they're not.
Actually, they are. They're included in that.
Well,
I have one
your
more for you.
Your version of documentation just changed in two different claims.
No, it didn't.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
No, it didn't. It didn't change.
I actually like the line of questioning. Go ahead. Sorry.
It didn't change though. It's the same.
It felt
an immigration attorney would tell you this information. Shout out to Kate. Okay, so what about asylees? So people seeking asylum.
The South American influx of asylum would be considered undocumented, in my opinion, on the CBP app, because I don't believe that's official documentation.
A person seeking asylum is considered an undocumented immigrant because they haven't been granted the asylee status.
Yes, but there would be an argument, and I don't think you're making this argument, but there would be an argument on the pro illegal immigration side that the CBP One app would grant someone documentation. And I understand that you're not taking that position, but
the CBP One app grants people their asylum status?
There is an argument of the pro illegal immigration side that the CBP One app is good enough. And that's been a key point of contention. And no, you're not making that argument. I'm not telling you you're making that argument.
Why are you bringing this up? I would never make that argument because
I was
is wrong. It's not true. I don't make arguments that are false.
I was mistakenly responding to your claim in defense, ready for that argument. And that's my apology, because I thought that you were one that thought that.
Okay. Never assume. You already know what it does.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Of course.
So with that being said, as I was saying, okay. All right. Asylees. All right. Asylum seekers, I should say, not asylees, because asylee is the status that you are actually granted once your asylum claim has been approved. With that being said, included in the number that you gave us, all right, over the 15 years, and you say undocumented, all right, that includes people who have permission to be in the United States of America. Again, it includes people who are seeking asylum. It includes DACA recipients. It also includes people who have deferred deportation status. So we have that there. Okay.
Right.
All those people can be here. And many of those people do work in the United States of America. All right. Per reports, a Pew Research Center study, all right, in 2024, we had about 11 million undocumented immigrants in the United States of America, and approximately 8.3 million of those undocumented immigrants worked. They were employed. Do you know how much money in taxes on a state, federal, and local level undocumented immigrants contribute to our economy?
I'm sure a whole bunch, and I don't doubt that they do.
Yeah, upwards of $100 billion. That's a lot of
Yeah,
money. Yeah, where
I
are we
would
going to
say,
recoup that from if we take that out of
and
our economy?
my rebuttal to that typically is of the okay. So I understand when economy good equals people happy, right? Economy good, prices low, folks working that, I've heard the claim that folks who come here do jobs that Americans don't want to do, the whole nine. But what I don't, what I, until I'm proven otherwise, and maybe you have this argument, is why this isn't a full corporatist view, corrupt capitalist view to import a working class from another country, and how that is, I mean, is that not, to me, that's the whole angle. If you take it to the corporate level, is that you can pay the wages of Tegucigalpa here in the United States and not pay the wages of Norman, Oklahoma, and not pay the wages of Albuquerque, New Mexico. And I think it's a corporatist view, and I appreciate that they work. I mean, if they work, if they want to, I work. I'm sure you do. I'm sure everyone who's watching this live goes to work 40 hours a week, bust their butt, their family, their pets, their well-being, their whatever they do. I do believe it's a corporatist view to use the work they are contributors to our economy argument in the sense of those numbers that we talked about earlier. I think it's just simply wanting to pay low wages by somebody that will never have the same wealth as.
One moment. One moment. So you think that people only want them here so that they can do these I'm just gonna say it, these menial jobs so that they can work agricultural and the service industry. So do you think that's the only jobs that undocumented immigrants do?
No, not at all. It can't
No,
be the only jobs. I mean,
it
there's
can't.
so
They
many
just
there.
happen to fill a majority of those positions.
I
So
would say,
with what you just said, let me finish. I have to finish this. With what you just said, if it's a corporatist view, all right, and saying that we basically only want them here to do these jobs, all right, and that they'll never have upward mobility or anything of that nature, then why is it that the person you voted for is attacking the undocumented immigrant, all right, and not going after the corporations? Why isn't he going after the employer?
I would love that. I would love the
You didn't
employer.
vote for that.
It wasn't on the ballot on either. You couldn't vote for it
Bruh.
either. We both couldn't vote for that. Attacking corporatism? Did we have that on either ballot? I'm being honest.
Let's see. Because I know that Kamala Harris did, in fact, have an immigration plan, all right, where
I'll
she
tell you
wanted to
what.
improve the asylum process. I
I
know she
would
had that.
be
Also, we already have it in place, but it's not used, unfortunately. And it was by a Republican president, Ronald Wilson Reagan. May he rest in hell. He actually did go after the corporations, and he put it in so that if they were found to have undocumented immigrants working for them without the required visa, the H-2 visa, all right, then what ended up happening is that they received a fine. Yet that is rarely enforced. Hold on one moment. Hi, Miss Deb. Hi, Lady Ball. So good to see you, love. What you doing up this late? All right, I hope you're taking care of yourself. All right, guys, drop some hearts in the chat for Lady Ball, y'all. Drop some hearts in the chat. Okay, go on.
Yeah, no. What I would say is, if it was on the ballot, and the solution first was, hey, let's go to the think tanks, let's go to the corporations, let's go to tech companies, let's go to the agricultural companies and say, hey, you have a base salary to pay and you have a base qualification to meet, and you must hire American citizens for your jobs, and you must do this.
You're
I
talking about
think
H-1B visas?
no, I'm talking just blanketly about if you went to corporate America, and I'm talking the top of the top, the ones that are going all the way down to find the lowest wages they can pay to people, American citizens, undocumented immigrants, whoever it is, they go to the bottom of the barrel to try and get people through the door to do their labor for them. If you were to go to a presidential candidate, if one was to walk on stage and say, hey, I'm going after them first. Maybe we have an immigration crisis. Maybe we have a this crisis, whatever it is. going after these guys first. We're going to make this right. It's not the capitalism we were promised. It's cronyism. It's corporatism. Then
Okay,
heck yeah.
so you're
Then
wrong.
heck yeah, I'd vote for him.
You're
I think
wrong.
a lot of people would.
No, I'm just telling you, you're wrong. So in regards to Kamala Harris, in looking it up, she actually did, in regards to her immigration policy, something that it wasn't just messaging. She actually did have an immigration policy. She wanted to focus on the labor standards over the status. And what she wanted to do, all right, is that she wanted to ensure the best way of hiring undocumented immigrants was to ensure that the labor laws were enforced for everyone. All right. She wanted to ensure that they were, in fact, paid at least the state's minimum wage. She wanted to ensure that. All right. And if they did not oblige by that, that they would lose the incentive to hire undocumented immigrants. Okay. Because she knew that undocumented immigrants are often exploited due to being paid lower wages, due to accepting being paid lower wages. All right. Also, what she did was she wanted to modernize the E-Verify system. Are you familiar with the E-Verify system?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, basically it confirms for the chat, it confirms whether or not you can work in the United States of America. All right. What she wanted to do is she wanted to upgrade that system to make it easier for the employers to actually check the work eligibility status of people. And what she wanted to do, instead of using it as a tool for punishment, she wanted to balance the security with actually reduce compliance burdens. So she wanted to make it actually easier for the corporations, because you want to take a punitive approach to everything, it seems. All right. But no, if you give them an incentive to do the right thing, more than likely they're going to do the right thing. So we can see that with Joe Biden's Chips and Science Act, and also his 15% minimum tax rate that he implied that he placed on businesses that made over $1 billion during his administration. I believe he did that via the Inflation Reduction Act, and in doing so, it actually spurred job growth in the United States of America. Okay. With that being said, she basically wanted to be faster and more accurate to ensure that they were in fact hiring people who did have authorization to work in the United States of America. So there's that.
Understood.
And she
Yeah, I
also
think
supported that bipartisan bill. So while Kamala Harris focused on, labor and wage violations, and let's say actually border reform and immigration reform, and Donald Trump, on the other hand, said, we're going to get rid of them all. And that's what you heard. You heard get rid of them all, and that's what you voted for.
yeah, and I think the Kamala Harris example that you just shared, the
What are we doing? Like,
the
seriously, what are we
points.
doing?
I'm sorry, what?
Like, what are we doing? Kamala Harris had comprehensive points that she laid out in regards to her immigration reform. She had that, how she wanted to handle it. She actually was going after the very thing that you say that you have a problem with. You call it corporatism. All right. She was going after that by wanting to update and modernize the E-Verify system, which again verifies whether or not someone has the authorization to work in the United States of America. That's what she wanted to do. You didn't want that because you didn't really want someone to actually try to fix the system. You voted for the guy who made it sound good to just get rid of all of the immigrants anyways. Not understanding, because we tried to tell you all, that it would be done in the cruelest imaginable way possible. And here we are today. You said we were fear-mongering. We're not fear-mongering. Now our economy stands to lose trillions of dollars in our GDP alone because of Donald Trump's immigration policy, a mass deportation.
If our GDP is down, which by the way is this is a corporatist argument as far as the GDP. But what I will say about Kamala Harris, and I understand where you're coming from with having that as a counter, but scalability wise, it's still impossible. We're still so far behind the corporatist wall that it'd be another bill passed to go check in more folks into the United States to work low wage jobs. That's the same exact act that all three of the bills you mentioned earlier when we were talking that got in front of Donald Trump's desk. It's the same thing each time. It's an entire document loaded with red tape telling people that, well, immigrants will be checked for this and they'll be checked for this and they'll be checked for that. Meanwhile, all the provisions that are listed and all the permissions that are granted to those that enter the United States allow them to come in here to work for $2 an hour. Okay? And so it's just the GDP argument is the same way. It's a corporatist. The young voter just like doesn't vote on GDP. They do not. The 65-year-old voter might vote on GDP, but GDP to a young person now is GDP looks great when you pay your workers like absolute crap. I don't know what we can say on here. Pay your workers like absolute crap and produce as much as you humanly can possible. I mean, that is what Asia and Southeast Asia do.
I knew that was coming. That was my mod. She's sick of your shit. The reason why she's sick of it is because you didn't address anything that I said. All right, you're stuck on the GDP part of it, which was just adding on, but you're not addressing the fact that Kamala Harris, in fact, did have a policy that she wanted to implement. All right, you're not addressing that part. Whereas Donald Trump didn't run on any type of policy. Donald Trump literally said, brown people bad, I get rid of brown people. That's what Donald Trump did, and that's what you voted for. So whether or not as a young person you care about the GDP or not, it still does impact you. Okay, it really does. It impacts you, all right, because it affects the way that our government can spend. It affects inflation. It affects wage growth. So it has an impact on you, whether you care about it or not. So with that being said, all right, I want you, because like I know we're not supposed to paint people with a broad brush. I totally get that. And I'm not trying to paint you with a broad brush, maybe a thin brush, right? You will never make it make sense that you like the messaging of mass deportation as the sole reason that you voted for Donald Trump, when you've already admitted here that he did not do a good job with immigration in his first term. What else is it? What else is it? Because if you can't tell us something else, then I'm going to have to conclude once again that you voted because the sound of getting rid of the brown people sounds great to you. The floor is yours.
Sorry, I didn't know where the mute button was.
Okay.
Lots to unpack there, and I'll just reply to the final point about Kamala Harris's policies is that I did not believe, and I don't think a lot of people believe that the scalability of getting 20 million people on E-Verify for employment was
20 million people? Where do you get that number from?
Let's call it 10. I think getting 10 million people on E-Verify when they tried to get 10 million people on the CBP1 or whatever it was. But you're moving on to, I wouldn't have a reason to vote for Donald Trump unless I was racially motivated. Is that the argument?
No, you missed.
Based on what you've heard? Okay.
What other reasons did you vote for Donald Trump?
Well, we'll talk about another failure. I definitely voted for him on foreign policy, especially this time around, and I think he has failed so miserably. It's backwards, back to the GOP is dead point. That was definitely a reason I voted for him was the promise of, an end to constant and pointless foreign conflict for sure.
Yeah, he did a really bad job there. He didn't even do a good job there in his first term.
The worst job, actually.
Like in his first term, he negotiated with terrorists by doing a Doha agreement. He did that in February of 2020, and then in December of 2020, he had his Secretary of State pressure the Afghani government to release 5,000 Taliban members. That's why Joe Biden had to push back the exit in May of it was May or April of 2021, which was the initial agreed upon exit, to August.
Yeah,
Like, were
yeah,
you
no.
following any of this?
Of course I was. Yeah, but I didn't agree with the previous administration's view on foreign policy, and I believed in the judgment of the Trump administration coming in for sure.
What
Did it
view on
work
foreign
out? I mean, well, I just
policy?
admitted it didn't work out, and if it's like dunk on me for not knowing it's
It's
working out,
not dunk. It's not
already been
dunk on
dunked on.
you. It's not dunk on you for not for basically. It's not. How can I put this? It's not that. Okay. It's not that. It's just that it seems like if you knew all of this information, then why would you continue to vote for that? He didn't do a good job. He just didn't do a good job. Like, he was a bad president when he took office in 2017. We got to see it. All right. We saw that in 2019 that grocery prices were on the rise. We saw that. They were going up, steadily going up. And then C19, we don't even have to get into how he bungled that. But we see that C19 happened, and that actually saved his butt because of all the supply chain issues that it caused. And also with the world economy basically stopping. It was at a standstill for just a moment after it took that huge dip in March, I believe it was March of 2020. So you see all of these things happening around you, yet for some reason or another, all right, you didn't want to vote for something different. Why
It
couldn't you?
wasn't different. They were already in power.
Why couldn't you see Kamala Harris as her own person? Why did you see her as an extension of Joe Biden?
She had no time to campaign. I mean, that's the shortest campaign in presidential history, is it not?
Yeah, 107 days.
It was very tough for the American people to not associate her directly with Joe Biden because in 107 days before we voted, she was Joe Biden's vice president. That's a very simple answer, but I think that should be taken, I think, across the board as at least somewhat valid, no?
No, because she didn't have the same policies that Joe Biden had. And then also, if you would look at her as an extension of Joe Biden, then you would look at how Joe Biden, with the Inflation Reduction Act, all right, along with the Chips and Sciences Act and the infrastructure bill, all right, and also the PACT Act, okay, like all of this progressive legislation that Joe Biden was able to actually pass and put forth, and then also, put forth and get passed, along with the fact that Joe Biden gave us, the United States of America, the quickest economic recovery of any G7 nation. All right, because it wasn't just inflation that happened here in the United States of America, it happened worldwide. And we recovered faster than anyone else. So there,
And why didn't she win?
She didn't win because people like you like the messaging of mass deportation. People like you,
people like me and most
people like
of the
you that voted for Donald Trump. I want you to
is
take
the
it that
argument
way.
is the argument that people like me happen to outnumber people that aren't like me in 2024? Is that the only way that she lost?
Over 2 million.
Is that the only way she lost? It was by no fault of her.
Also another thing is that more people actually sat out this election than voted for either side. There's that.
I got you.
So with that being said,
to me,
go ahead.
To me, that's fine. I mean, elections there are new records broken in different numbers, like every election. Okay, there were ones in the 70s where people won one state. So I'm wondering solely that it was not to the fault at all of the Joe Biden administration in their association with Kamala Harris, Kamala Harris, and it wasn't Kamala Harris's policy that may have made her lost. Like, it's just simply that there are a bunch of people that are radicalized by Donald Trump, and that's why he had more votes than the other party.
Yeah, we could go by
That's
that.
it.
There's a whole bunch of you that have been radicalized. Has it been all? All right, but you are definitely severely misinformed. I have a question for you, because I just answered yours. Like, you said it at the end about being radicalized, yes, and you've been propagandized also. But my question for you is that in regards to Kamala Harris being seen as an extension of Joe Biden, right? And then also, like, basically saying she only had 107 days to run. All right, just simply yes or no. Would you say that you feel like you didn't know Kamala Harris, like who she was and what she stood for?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Would you say that, like, if you had to choose between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris, like, who would you rather? Do you drink beer? Like, what's your drink of choice?
I'm drinking a beer right now.
Drinking
Yingling
a beer
Lager.
right now? All right, awesome.
Yes,
Great. I
ma'am.
love me a good chocolate stout. That is my favorite. I do. I love a
Not bad.
chocolate stout.
Not bad. No.
So, with that being said, would you rather have a beer with Kamala or with Donald?
Neither. I mean, this is neither. I mean, I'm a regular guy. There's no reason for me to hang out with these people.
I was only
Neither. I
asking
mean,
that question because you said that you feel like Kamala didn't have enough time, which I agree with you. She didn't have enough time. That she didn't have enough time to basically separate herself and put herself out there. Like, that's what you said. That's what you said. Because what I was thinking about is that you've had, because you're only 30 years old, right? And so
29 actually. I'll be 30 this
29.
year.
Okay, so
month.
if we go back 10 years, all right, Donald Trump was the first time that you could vote. So
It was.
every single time that you've been able to vote, you voted for Donald Trump. That's all that you know is Donald Trump. Right?
Well, I've known before that, but yes, legally to vote, of course. Yeah, that's the only person I could.
Okay. So that means that you know who Donald Trump, the man, is. All right. I don't have to go over the racism thing with you because we don't even have to go down that road. All right. But we can go down the fact that Donald Trump, all right, literally, all right, said on the Howard Stern show in 2005 it was? Yeah, in 2005, that because he was the owner of the beauty pageants, that he could go backstage while they were unclothed and do what he wants. He said that. He said that he could just go backstage while the contestants, women, mind you, some underage, because he also owned a teen pageant, all right, and just go backstage because he's the owner. Donald Trump said on the Wendy Williams show that he and his daughter have sex in common. Right? Donald Trump also was found civilly liable for sexually abusing a woman. Donald Trump has 26 allegations of sexual harassment, sexual assault, or sexual abuse against him. Donald Trump, 30,000 lies. This is tracked by the Washington Post. 30,000 confirmed lies in his first administration. Donald Trump, 34 felony convictions for falsifying business records. Donald Trump, 6 bankruptcies, 4 casinos, 2 resorts. Donald Trump, married 3 times, 3 different baby mamas. Donald Trump, the same man who said he never apologizes because he has nothing to apologize for. I really am trying to understand from you, because you seem like a sensible person. And messaging is not good enough. Just the message of deportation makes you really sound like a bad person. You really may want to rework that argument, because the messaging of that was Donald Trump literally saying out of his mouth that they are poisoning the blood of our nation and they have, again, murder in their genes. Now, you can tell us that you don't agree with it, right? But you still voted for it. That's implied consent. So, how was it that Donald Trump, with all of those things that you know about him, Nope, better than Kamala Harris?
Yeah, I would say that when we're looking at 2 different candidates, and we made reference to my age a few times, and I think that is, I guess, somewhat important here, is that nobody my age has had the ability to pick between politicians that are free of scandal. Maybe down at the local level, maybe at the national level, barely, right? You could put a sliding scale out and see who cares about what. my generation doesn't vote on the moral thing. I think a lot of people want my generation to vote on the moral aspect. And I'll be completely honest, if everything comes out true and, you know, Donald Trump's put back in cuffs and he has to go to jail or whatever it is, right? Or any politician, that the voters would have egg on their face for one day and then go back to their lives. So what I'll tell you, I guess in short, without going way too into it, is that my generation and probably the generation after me will not vote based on record, based on the social merit. And not like we voted smartly. I think we voted very, very, I think it's been my theme the whole time. And I apologize, I'm going on a bit long. I'll be quick here, but you had mentioned earlier that, you know, it was because I was misinformed or propagandized or whatever it was. And I promise you, I might be wrong by this, but of all the people that admit to you that they vote for Donald Trump when you're live now and in the future, I think I'll probably hold the title as least influenced by propaganda. And that sounds crazy to you, but for the people that voted for Donald Trump, I think you'll see that. But back to my original point is I do not believe it does, because we just, and so I'll bounce this question back and you can tell me how it doesn't track, but I'll bounce this question back. If all those things are true, and let's go with everything is absolutely true, 100% that you just said, how come he won? How come the other candidate could not pull through that absolute landslide of information?
A few reasons. The first would be Joe Biden should have never ran for a second term. He should have kept his promise and only been a one-term president and gave Kamala Harris that opportunity.
I agree with that.
Reason,
100%.
The second reason would definitely be sexism and misogyny and racism.
And that would be why the American public in full watched a person to everything you just mentioned. That is the reason, because we did the reason earlier and I was clowned on for the reason. And messaging is why people vote for politicians. It's a political
messaging is the reason why people vote for politicians.
Absolutely.
Do I think the Democrats are great at messaging? No, I don't. I don't think they're the well, hold on one moment. I don't think they're the best at messaging, but when we look at the candidates side by side in regards to qualifications, the only qualification that Donald Trump would have to be president of the United States is he just so happened to be president before. And even then, he did a really bad job, because then we could definitely talk about the fact of how he bungled COVID-19. If you want to go over a timeline with that, I have the timeline. How he lied to the American public about it, how he caused over 300,000 deaths with allowing 50 states to do it 50 different ways. No uniformity whatsoever. Yeah, no, we can talk about that. Also, we can talk about how Donald Trump's Tax Cuts and Jobs Act did not contribute to the economy in its first year. All right, it actually cost the taxpayers more money. But once again, COVID steps in and saves his ass. All right, because we've been under an economic anomaly since COVID took place, and the economists cannot figure it out. So there's that. How long have we been talking about a housing market collapse? Years, since like 2021, 2022. It is 2026, and the market, unfortunately, still expensive. It's still going strong. Now, here's the thing. You literally voted, all right, feelings over facts is what you did. Because again, when you put it down on paper, all right, Donald Trump was not the best candidate, because you can look at the numbers under Joe Biden and see that there were highs in the GDP. We also had it to the point where Joe Biden was actually deporting more people, because you care about immigration, right? Was deporting more people than Donald Trump did in his first term. We know that much. Also, another thing is that we can look at again is that Joe Biden had us, again, on the fastest track to economic recovery than any other G7 nation. We did see, all right, the rate of real wages grow under Joe Biden. So that means that wages went up faster under Joe Biden. And what else did we have? For the love of God, Joe Biden kept us at a stable unemployment rate. I'm just trying to see, if you think that Kamala is an extension of Biden, then you would see all of these things and go, let's compare and contrast. This side, Biden's side, looks better than Trump's side. But that's not what you cared about. You cared about your feelings of mass deportation and the messaging of it. Again, because brown people bad, get rid of brown people. Once you're able to admit that to yourself, then I think we can go into real conversation.
It's disingenuous, and I'll say if I said that out loud right now, which I don't believe that, but if I said that out right now, it would just turn into berating, because that's a disgusting viewpoint to have.
It
right?
wouldn't. Because you mentioned something earlier when you talked about the people, especially the people in Latin America that come here. So that's the people, because you specifically said South America, which is part of Latin America. All right, that come here. All right, you and Ishi started having a conversation, but the conversation I wanted to have with you was, why do they come here? Why do people from South America migrate in larger numbers than Europeans to the United States of America?
Simply geographically to start, they're closer.
That's what you think the number one reason is?
Well, there is a reason for sure. Them being closer, I think, is a huge reason compared to folks that would immigrate from, let's say, Malaysia. Yeah, for sure. The access to the land, it's you don't have to cross water. Okay. I would say that is a big factor. Do you have a bigger one?
I do have a bigger one. All right. One moment here. I have to grift. Okay. Guys, we have over 1,000 people up in this live. Over 1,000 people up in this live. All right. And we have, let me see here. I don't know how to work my computer. Oh, there we go. We have 376 people watching over on the tube. Here's the deal, right? Here's the deal. I'm about to put my Queen Grift hat on, and I mean it, all right? I don't know what y'all thought this was, but Black women's labor ain't free. I'll shut this shit down. I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm about to put my Hector voice on, okay? Because why is it that Gucci and Ford have been the only ones to thank me for the job that is being done here, the edutainment in which you are receiving? I want to know. If we were elsewhere, I'm pretty sure we'd be stopping every 3 minutes to say thank you. All right. Now, if you all do think that Black people's labor is free, all right, I get it. All right. Maybe the Black people just need to leave this app for a moment, and then you guys can see how it goes. I just want to say that. Stop taking our work for granted, especially during Black History Month. Okay. I just want to let you know. Anywho, with that being said, shout out to the Gooch. It's always Black women. Shout out to the Gooch for the $5. She said, you're coping hard. She has that message for you, Nope. She said, you're coping hard. All right. Also, thank you so much, Ford. This was earlier. I appreciate you, Ford, for the 30. All right. What did Ford say? From Ford. Thank you, Ford. I appreciate you, love. Drop some hearts in the chat for Gucci and for Ford. All right. If you'd like to support the live, support the stream, links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name. PayPal and Venmo. I also have a Zelle, everythingwitherica9@gmail.com. All right. Everything's appreciated and most definitely accepted. And if you're over on the tube, you can send a super chat. Thank you so very much. With that being said, also, let's make sure that we are taking care of Mr. Itchy. Itchy, are you still here? Did you go lay down? Itchy, did you pull a live on me? He done pulled
I've been letting you eat.
Okay.
Nah, I knew.
Okay, like, Itchy, did you pull a Liv on me? Because Liv will do it. Liv will go to sleep. Okay, make sure we're taking care of Mr. Itchy while he's here, all right? His name's Itchy Banks on Cash App. Make sure you're taking care of him. Make sure you're taking care of him. Please, thank you. Don't embarrass me, all right? And let's just keep doing all of the good things, guys. Let's get the likes up to 500,000 likes. I know we can do that. It's enough people here, all right? Also, if you're new over on the tube, by all means, make sure you are clicking that subscribe button and liking the stream. I appreciate you all so very much. We're going to get back into this conversation here. All right, so nope, imperialism. Imperialism, all right? In, 2018, I believe it was, Donald Trump placed sanctions on Venezuelan oil. All right. A country that was already struggling, we placed sanctions on them to prevent them from selling their most abundant resource. So they couldn't get the revenue that they would need to fund the Bolivarian missions, which is something, social welfare programs that Chavez put into place around 2007, right? Right. So what they saw is they saw an increase in homelessness, poverty, right, and also hunger. Right. And so what happened is that caused Venezuelans to travel north. Excuse me. That caused Venezuelans to travel north to our southern border. That's why we had an influx. All right. Because even though we didn't go invade them, we use a different form of imperialism known as globalism by controlling the purse strings of that country with those sanctions. Now, whether or not the sanctions were the right thing to do, that's not the argument. The argument is because of U.S. intervention, we stripped away resources along with opportunities from people in a specific country, in this instance, Venezuela, which led them to travel to the United States to follow the resources. Okay. We've done that many times over. We've done that to Guatemala. We've done it to Ecuador. We've done it to Nicaragua. All right. We've done it many times over. I won't even go into how we've done it in Africa. Like colonization, imperialism, globalism, no good. It makes people seek opportunities. And then when they seek those opportunities by following the resources, we further demonize them and tell them, no, you can't come here. And then we get somebody like Donald Trump that tells you brown people bad. I'm going to get rid of the brown people. And you vote for that because you like the way that it sounds. I'm going to keep saying that because you're not going to convince me differently. Because you haven't even tried to. Thank you guys for the bouquets. Draw some hearts in the chat for yourselves. Thank you so very much. I appreciate y'all. Draw some hearts in the chat for yourselves. The floor is yours, Nope.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and whatever, if I can't convince you or whatnot, it's probably the only time we'll ever talk. But if you have okay, so the example is the Venezuelan sanctions 2016, right? The pretext of those sanctions that the government put out, do you know what those are? The pretext to putting the sanctions down.
Yeah, what about them?
Do you know what they are?
Yeah, they did it because the economy in Venezuela had already collapsed in 2014. All right. And they did it because of corruption. So what else do we need?
Yes. No, I'm clarifying terms. So this is where I'm going to vehemently agree with everything you just said. And whatever, if this ruins my cred with anybody, but I'm just a real person who, I'll go back to the messaging that was promised to me for Trump in 2024 was
so what
lack of
whatever. What did you think? I'm going to use your word, whatever. What did you think that like this mass deportation would look like?
I thought it would look like a lot more than 11,000 arrested in Minneapolis in 2 weeks. A lot more, actually.
What purpose would that serve? That's the thing. You never answered. They didn't never say 5 million a year. They always said 1 million a year. That's why they want to do 3,000 a year. That's why they want to do 3,000 a day. That was always.
Tom Homan said there'd be 5 million a year. He said we had the infrastructure in place to do so.
Yeah,
I voted for that.
Sure. So with that being said, right? What purpose does it serve? That is the thing. If you simply just voted to get the immigrant out of the country, all right, if that's all that you voted for, all right, when Donald Trump had a focus on the brown immigrant, all right, then what you're saying is you agreed with him when he said brown people bad, I get rid of brown people. Like, make it make sense. No, that literally, yes, it is. Actually, yes, it is.
Well, it's not a way to argue.
Because you're sitting up here. No,
yes,
it actually is a way to argue because you haven't proven it wrong, though. You said that you're upset that they haven't arrested more people. That's what you just said.
Absolutely. And it's not because they're brown or I don't care what color they are. That's not.
But the people they have arrested, they're not even deporting them. They're detaining people for more than 6 months.
I wish they would deport them. You're making two different arguments.
No, your argument doesn't make any sense. I'm trying to find your argument. But your argument doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Wages and national security.
What purpose does it serve? Answer that question. I don't want to ask it again.
Security.
Wages and national security.
I gave you two.
All right. How are they a threat? How are they a threat to our national security? Tell us one undocumented immigrant who has committed an act of terrorism in the last 2 administrations. Please, undocumented immigrant, domestic terrorism. Tell us.
That isn't the extent of national security. That's a very shallow view of national security.
Is it though? Is it?
Absolutely.
Are you going to talk about, okay then, so what are you going to talk about? Are you going to talk about people
I
committing
think just
crime?
simply, I can take simply, and you might just disagree with this, and that's okay, that tens of millions of unchecked people in a country is a national security threat, is it not?
You keep saying tens of millions of unchecked people when we've already established that you are wrong in your assertion there. All right? Within that number.
I haven't established that.
Yes, yes, we have. We already gone over it. You've already admitted to asylum seekers, all right, asylum seekers being considered undocumented. You've already admitted that. You've already admitted to DACA recipients being considered undocumented. People with deferred deportation. You've already admitted to that they're considered undocumented. What you're talking about, all right, is people that they in fact can't really even keep track of. How can you put a deportation order on someone that you don't know exists?
It's just that's a very simple view of it.
No, it's not a very simple view, because sometimes the shit that y'all try to make complex is actually extremely simple. How can you get a deportation order for someone that you don't know exists?
You could very simply know that they exist.
How?
You could very simply know, well, because the country is extremely surveyed anyway. If you have the southern border on border crossing through port is like unbelievably
they can
surveyed.
see them on a camera. How the fuck do they know their name? How the fuck do they know where they're at? How the fuck do you get a deportation order for a person that you don't know exists? That is the question, and you're not answering it.
You do know they exist because they apply for asylum. You could just start with the asylees. They apply for asylum.
That does not make them, how you all frame them, as illegal. Is it legal to seek asylum?
If they don't show up to their asylum hearing, they should be deported. You would disagree with that, but we agree with it. Is it legal to seek asylum in the United
States of America?
Yes, it is.
That's it. That's all then.
But if you do not arrive to your hearing and then move towards citizenship or actually having a green card or anything, my point is you disagree with that they should be removed, and I think they should be removed.
What
but it's
two
the same
types of
person.
asylum can you file in the United States of America?
You tell me. I only know of one.
Affirmative and defensive. Affirmative asylum is filed at a port of entry or with USCIS, United States Custom Enforcement Services. All right, Immigration Services. God, I need a nap. It's fucking late. All right, so that's affirmative. Defensive asylum, all right, defensive asylum would be if you have a deportation order, but you now have a fear of life, all right? You have a credible fear claim, so you file for asylum. That, again, would not make you illegal because now they've been able to track you because of it. Does that make sense to you?
It does.
Okay, all right, great. It makes sense to you. Okay, all right. So what I want you to try to do here is I want you to try to separate, all right, the people in which Donald Trump is telling you are the problem and compare that to the people that he's actually going after. Because again, you voted on messaging. And his messaging was, I'm going to get rid of the violent criminals. That was his messaging, right? That's who he said he was going to go after, all right? But yet, in fiscal year 2026, which started October 1st, per the Cato Institute, all right, 73% of the people in ICE detention centers right now, so in ICE custody, do not have a criminal conviction nor a criminal record. 73% of the people. Only 5% of the people, since the new fiscal year started, have a violent criminal conviction. We also can take a look at that per ICE's own report. that the detention of those without a criminal record or conviction has skyrocketed over 2,000% since June. We have the reports of people being arrested at their green card interviews, their naturalization hearings. That means they are doing it the right way. At their immigration court hearings, they're doing it the right way. Are you leaving me, Mr. Itchy? All right, any final words?
Got the grandbaby, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know he's gonna be up, so.
Okay. Have fun. All right, guys.
See
Make
you,
sure you're
Itchy.
following Itchy. He hosts his own live, and he is super duper smart and also awesome. And if you're a woman and you found him attractive, back up. I said it in my deep voice. I gotta stop playing on your top, Itchy. All right. Have a great night. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you, love. Okay, guys. All right. No, please answer. He's going after people who are doing it the right way. So
Yeah.
go on.
Yeah, and we'll definitely come to a point of disagreement on this, and actually come to a point of disagreement on Trump on this, that I think that net illegal immigration, entrance to the nation, without, they'll call it due process on the back end, but what I'm talking about is documentation. I think it's against the law. I'm a firm believer that is a criminal act and it shouldn't be allowed.
Wait,
This
without
shouldn't be here.
documentation? What? Said it again.
I'll put it very plainly, and you can, and I know this isn't gonna fit how you feel about it, and that's fine. You're gonna disagree that I think all illegal immigration should be gone, and I think most legal immigration should be halted for an extended amount of time. So when you say, well, Trump's only going after this, or he said he'd go after violent criminals, but he's going after this person, I root it on, and I wish he did more.
You rooted on and you wish he did more.
Absolutely.
Yeah, dude, you know what? I'm convinced you are, and you can deny it all you want to.
That's fine.
Yeah, you're a white
I know you're
supremacist. Hey,
yeah,
can I tell you something?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, I want to tell you something. I just got to tell you something, because it's at some point this conversation is going to become circular. It's actually already circular. It just really is. Because, like, I mean, when we look at it, all right, we know that Donald Trump and his immigration policy is based off of the Great Replacement Theory, something he himself has spoken about before. All right, even quoting it, right? Like, he said remigration. He wants to start a policy of remigration. That's why he is going to try to do it more. He's going to try to deport more immigrants for you. He has directed the USCIS to send over between 100 to 200 cases a month to the Department of Justice to investigate for immigration fraud. When we see over a 27-year time frame from 1990 to 2017, the average amount of cases that came to the DOJ from USCIS was about 11 cases a year. But Donald Trump wants 100 to 200 a month. So Donald Trump, in fact, likely is going to be deporting more people, especially under false pretenses. But, that's just a thought. You might say I'm fear-mongering.
No, I'm not saying you're fear-mongering. I would say that your point definitely is validated if it actually happens. But he said he'd do something similar before, and he hasn't done anything. So,
when did he say he would do something similar before?
Well, I mean, if you believe that he was behind Project 2025 and that was his whole thing, he hasn't even come. I mean, he's dwarfed those numbers. It's not even close. Like he like what you're saying. Okay, if he says he's going to do this, and this, I think the whole this whole conversation really has been, I voted for him. You didn't. You don't like him. I liked him. I don't like him now.
Do you want that? Do you want people who are here in the United States legally? Because I think I may have missed an important part of what I said. The cases of immigration fraud that he's looking for are for people who have their green cards and who are naturalized. Do you want people who did it the right way, as you like to say, right? The right way, right? To be stripped of their citizenship and deported?
No. That wasn't my argument.
then why are you still supporting Donald Trump? They've already started the process of referring the cases. They've already started that process. You've already seen Donald Trump go after green card holders. Mahmoud Khalil is one of them specifically. You've already seen him go after people with permission to be in the United States of America. You've seen this happen before. Yet you're still supporting him because of the messaging of mass deportation.
I would love
And you
to
think
see
that
him.
he's not going after enough people. I had to
I would
include
love
that
to
last part.
see. I would love to see him or this administration or any administration go after what I would believe to be, and it's not the people, it is indeed the import of a class and the import of a new labor class to the United States. I would love to see them go after corporate interest. And if it was through the way you described earlier about Kamala Harris's ideas, or if it was through any sort of measure to say that you're not incentivized, and that's not just corporatist, it's also political, that you're not incentivized and you be not incentivized by importing a class, whether the people are brown, purple, red, blue, or green. It doesn't matter where they're from or who they are. But if you're constantly importing low-skilled labor in order to increase bottom lines for corporations, like that's what I'm telling you is you're going to, and it's okay that you do
So
this.
you get rid of the immigrant. You get rid of the immigrant, all right? Because you're really fucked up. You're like on that not the Peter Thiel guy, but the one that's ugly. Curtis Yarvin. Him. You're on some Curtis Yarvin shit. That's who you're on. You're on some Curtis Yarvin shit. All
we
right.
can't do that.
You want a working
Discussion
class
on
here.
TikTok,
Yeah,
I'm
you
sure.
literally want a working class, all right, in the United States of America. You don't have to do that. It's fine. You don't have to do that to him. All right. So with that being said, we get rid of the immigrant from the United States of America, all right, because that's what remigration is. Remigration is getting rid of the immigrant, those who you think aren't pure, those that you think don't belong in your land. And for Donald Trump and his administration, they have made that clear that that is the black and the brown immigrant. Because if not, then why would Donald Trump, again, say out of his mouth, why hasn't the Nordic countries sent their people over here? Why is he allowing South Africaners, I have the hell you say that, white people from South Africa, the Dutch and the British, to seek refuge in the United States of America under false pretenses? Think about that. The next question I'm going to ask you, because it's a two-parter. The next question I'm going to ask you, if we get rid of the undocumented immigrant, the immigrant in general in the United States of America, right? Who becomes the working class? Who does the jobs that the undocumented immigrant does? I don't want to reduce them to that. I just need you to think about this logically.
Yeah, I think they are being reduced to that, and that's the shame of it. I think that there's double exposure. I think it's almost punching down, in a sense, to encourage the current state of illegal immigration. I think it's punching down. And I wanted to ask you, because I didn't quite get, there was a huge jab in the beginning of what you were saying. You mentioned somebody and some sort of thing that you think I agree with. I wanted to understand
He's
that possibly so I could.
He's a technocrat.
And what was
He
the
wants
claim in
AI.
which you?
He wants AI to take over everything, and he wants a
Okay.
clear delineation between the wealthy and the poor. The poor is the working class. He also doesn't like immigration.
What
All
was
right?
the impression
And
from anything I said that would have related me to that? That's crazy.
the import of a working class, that you'd rather have them do an import of the working class. Did I hear you wrong?
And let me clarify, because you didn't hear me wrong, and I said the import of a working class. What I mean is the import of a working class under exploitative conditions is what I mean, and I think that's
So
wrong.
okay, so you think that that's wrong, but again, you voted for
Do you think
mass
that's wrong?
deportation.
Can we agree?
Do I think that it's wrong to not pay people a fair wage? Yes, I think that that's wrong. To not pay people a fair wage. I also think mass deportation is wrong. Okay? I think mass deportation is absolutely awful.
I've
right?
gathered this.
So, do you agree with imperialism?
No,
You don't agree with imperialism?
not now. No, not in 2026. The hell
No,
no.
no, 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 no.
Those things can change. There's nuance to these. This isn't
Voted
just
for
blanket.
this shit. You voted for this. You literally voted for this, bro.
I did not vote for imperialism.
That's the fuck you did.
Well, it's happening now, but I
Have
didn't
you
vote
not
for it.
followed any U.S. president since the friggin' what, like the late 1800s? Do you know nothing about
Can
our
I
history?
respond? Do you mind if I respond to this real quick?
Bro, this is crazy
Because,
work.
well, no, I mean, you're not going to let me respond, but
Yeah,
I have
actually,
a
I am.
response.
I'm not going to. Hold on one moment. Just let me do this. I'll let you respond in just a moment. Whoa! What the fuck are we doing? What are we doing here, guys? This is crazy. This is insane. This is a lot. Anywho, thank you, Uncle Steve, for the $10 donation. I appreciate you so very much, love. Sis, keep doing your thing. I appreciate you. I'm gonna try. This shit is crazy. Thank you so much to James for the $10. James said your epic nightly takedown of maggot chuds like this low info maggot. Thank you for your service, bruh. This one can't form a coherent sentence, guys. All right, he may be a bit depraved, but it's coherent. Okay? All right. We understand the words that are coming out of his mouth. Okay. Drop some hearts in the chat, y'all. Thank you so much, Amber, for the $10. I appreciate you, love. Drop those hearts. Sydney, thank you so much for the 5. Sydney said, you are a light in this world. You have so much patience. I can never. This guy's a fucking idiot. Grateful to you, Miss Erica. Girl, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so very much. Guys, drop all of the hearts in the chat for our donors. Drop all of the hearts in the chat. All right, let me check on PayPal. Thank you so very much, Andrea, for the $3. I appreciate you, love. Thank you so very much. Also, shout out to Gerald for the 5. Gerald said, thank you. Oh, thank you so very much. I appreciate you. And Jeff said, Jeff sent 5 and said, let's see here. I'm so sorry, Jeff, but you know who you are. So I thank you. Thank you for being who you are and debating these ill-informed people. Immigrants and diversity in general are what make this country great. Exactly. We're a country founded upon immigrants and immigration. Like, that's what we are. Like, they call this country the melting pot. Yep, we want to get rid of all the immigrants. And we vote for that. Like, did you like imperialism prior to voting for Donald Trump the third time?
Are we back? Are we good to go?
This is just a yes or no question. Did you like imperialism?
No, never liked it.
You never liked
Never.
imperialism?
Nope.
Okay, all right. You like to straddle the fence then. That's what you like to do. Okay, I get it. Okay. Also over on the tube, thank you so very much to Ultima. I think that's what I got it right. Ultima Weapon for the $10. Thank you so very much, love. Love you so much. Keep up the great work. Go FF girl. I don't know what that means, FF girl, but I like it. I'm gonna take it. Thank you so very much, love. Drop some hearts in the chat for Ultima Weapon, y'all. So fucking awesome. Also, guys, I saw a membership here. Let me see here. Shout out to Darkly Yours for sending the 1 membership over on the tube. Shout out to Darkly. If you received that membership, looks like Molly did, make sure you say thank you. Also, thank you to Monthly for the being a member for 1 month. Awesome. Drop some hearts in the chat for yourself, love. All right, that's fucking fantastic. Darkly said, thanks for the stream. Happy Black History Month. Thank you so very much, love. I appreciate you. Again, guys, drop some hearts in the chat for all of our donors. I think this is going to be our last one. It's going to be our last one. I think so. Nope. All right. I wanted to tell you something earlier. Take a look at this. Like, just listen.
He's saying, I don't hate you. Right. I just hate all of the choices that you make. Because those are the choices that bitch ass niggas make. Mm-hmm. That's all. So,
That's all. That's all. He likes to straddle the fence. He doesn't like imperialism, but he's still supporting a president who calls his shit the Don Road Doctrine. He didn't leave. I got rid of him. He didn't leave. He had to go. I played the song. I played the sound. He had to go. That shit was getting stupid. Like, what are we supposed to do with that? He won't. He's holding on to it. To say out of your mouth that you voted for the messaging, a mass deportation, then to say that you have no problem, and that you didn't vote because he said he was going to get rid of brown people. Malik, exactly. Like, I know, Tube, you can't see it, But over here on the top, Malik, you said it perfectly. I don't support him in a supportive way. That's what that was. I don't support him in a supportive way. I really just want Trump supporters to hold up a mirror to themselves. We get rid of, all right, because that's not all that they do. Immigrants in this country, I'm talking about undocumented and documented, all right? They spur innovation, all right, in our tech fields, in our entertainment industry, okay? Like in our arts, like the music, okay? They do so friggin' much. They contribute to our economy. To say that people don't care about the economy would be an understatement, all right, when the economy ranked higher on exit polls than immigration did. So there's that. There we go. And he's in the chat saying that he caught the dub. You can't catch the dub if you didn't explain your point, your argument fully. All right? You didn't explain it in a way in which it actually made sense. What you did do, though, is be a disingenuous prick. And I let it go on for way too long. That's what you did do. Silly pants behavior. Okay, guys, who's live? Who's live? We're done. I'm done. I'm done. Who's live, guys? We're going to wrap that one up. All right, let's wrap this shit up. Let's go. All right, let's go. Okay, let's go. Let's see. What can we do? Exactly. He did, in fact, concede quite a few times. Is Dan live? I think Dan did tell me that he was going to go live. But is he live? Joey's live? Joey Chorizo it is. So Chorizo. I haven't done a Joey raid in a while. Yeah, let's do a Joey raid, guys. Let's do a Joey raid. Let me go do Joey's name right here. Tubers, I'm going to send you to Matt. YouTubers, I'll send you to Matt. So stick around. Still 151 of you hanging out. I'm going to send you over to Matt. All right, let me just get my fingers together. All right, let's see here. Gonna send you all to Matt. There we go. You're like, good grief. You can admit that the numbers that you're using, all right, are skewed because you know that they include people who have permission to be here. Yet you're saying deport them all. It doesn't make any sense to me. It does not make any sense to me whatsoever. And I really want to understand this stuff, but it just does not make any sense. There we go. All right. So tubers, I want to thank you so very much for doing all of the good things tonight. Thank you. Because I can't thank you enough. All right. But please keep doing all of the good things as you go say hi to Politics with Matt. It's likely that he has Nemo over there. All right, so make sure you say hi to them both for me. Drop some hearts in the chat. Make sure that you subscribe to Matt and just do all of the good things over there, guys. And so, tubers, for you, with that being said, I say to you, if you can't do something kind for yourselves, please do something kind for someone else. I love y'all. We'll do it again on Monday. Tomorrow, well, today, whatever the hell. It's Saturday for me, but Sunday, no live. I might panel hop, but no live for me because it's a Super Bowl and I plan on taking a nap. I am. I'm not even going to hold you. I'll take a nap. With that being said, tubers, deuces out. Hey guys, wouldn't it be cool if I just ended the live right here for y'all too? But I won't do that. I do got to learn how to work a computer though. I know the YouTube is like, what the hell is she doing? She don't.